Embarking on a journey into higher realms unveils a transformative path of wisdom, a path that has the power to elevate your consciousness and redefine your life. In an age where understanding the truth and tapping into your inner strength is of utmost significance, this spiritual expedition paves the way for mastering the art of conscious living. Here, you will come to realize how every thought, word, and emotion intricately shapes your reality. This remarkable journey grants you the keys to unlock your fullest potential, conquer life's obstacles, and craft a harmonious, purpose-driven existence. As you traverse this road, you will unearth your innate creative power, guiding you through a landscape illuminated by both contemporary insights and timeless wisdom. Each step you take is an opportunity for growth, healing, and transformation. You will learn to sidestep mental traps, decode the language of your soul, and sculpt a reality that truly reflects your essence. This passage isn't just about self-discovery. It's a quest for authenticity, joy, and enlightenment, a journey that reshapes what you deem achievable and encourages you to harmonize with both the universe and your own being. With each lesson, you'll inch closer to unraveling life's complex tapestry, uncovering how the interconnectedness of all things color your everyday experiences. This audiobook is deeply rooted in the teachings of Saint-Germain's universal metaphysics, serving as an indispensable guide for anyone eager to enrich their spiritual and philosophical understanding. It synthesizes the wisdom of ascended masters, offering practices and meditations that facilitate a connection with your divine essence, the I Am. Explore how potent affirmations and spiritual exercises can lead to profound transformation, fostering a sense of peace, harmony, and personal fulfillment. Tailored for spiritual seekers, this book will illuminate your path toward deeper understanding and spiritual evolution. In the first lesson, we delve into the concept of unveiling the invisible. Each person possesses a distinct level of understanding and acceptance regarding various truths. Some beliefs resonate while others feel out of reach. This hesitance shapes our state of consciousness. Gradually molded by our life experiences and the exercise of free will, our consciousness resembles a ladder with multiple rungs. Every individual on this planet occupies one of these rungs, their position reflecting their attained understanding, what they perceive as truth. Within the spiritual domain, a multitude of paths leads to inner evolution, encompassing diverse philosophies, religions, and esoteric schools. Each avenue, unique in its approach, invites you to explore the depths of your being. The journey of understanding metaphysics is like climbing a ladder, where each rung represents a different level of consciousness. A true metaphysician navigates this path with a spirit of tolerance and insight, steering clear of arguments about spiritual or religious beliefs. It's important to embrace the idea that no one is inherently better, smarter, or wiser than another. Instead, these varying levels reflect individual growth and understanding, guiding us toward peaceful coexistence and shielding us from the insidious nature of spiritual pride that can make one look down on others. Metaphysics, fundamentally, explores realms beyond the physical, stepping into the space where the unseen shapes our reality. Although we often focus on tangible elements, the foundation of our existence is built on invisible truths that manifest in the material world. Take energy, for example. While we may not see it in the motor's gears, it springs forth from the unseen, yet we accept its presence as a cornerstone of our lived experience. There are countless unseen forces in our lives, like electricity, magnetism, heat, life, and love, all crucial elements that, while intangible, drive the very essence of our being. These ideas and energies are the architects of the material forms we encounter. Beyond the surface of what we can see and touch lies a treasure of profound realities that are vital to grasp if we wish to navigate the challenges of ignorance in the world. The ancient adage, "The truth will set you free," holds a powerful resonance here. To avoid the traps that lead to discontent, acquiring knowledge and understanding is essential. This brings us to occultism, a spiritual doctrine that, for ages, had to remain concealed, accessible only to the most earnest seekers in a time rife with persecution, fueled by ignorance and zealotry. In today's Aquarian age, however, enlightenment dawns. The truths once shrouded in mystery are stepping into the light, heralded by the avatar of this era, the ascended Master Sanj, who has declared knowledge as a public treasure, no longer hidden behind barriers of secrecy or elitism. There are no qualifications required to access this wisdom. Anyone who wishes to learn is welcome to do so. The veil that once cloaked these mysteries has now lifted. Every individual has the capacity to grasp the truth, and the rigors of metaphysics are expressed in myriad forms, each reflective of the unique level of understanding one occupies on this expansive journey. The journey of understanding and uncovering truths exists on multiple tiers, with spiritual knowledge rising above mere religious frameworks into the realm of the metaphysical. It's recognized that there are various esteemed metaphysical traditions, including the Rosicrucians, Freemasons, Gnostics, spiritualists, and even the scientific field of parapsychology. Each of these schools deserves acknowledgement for their vital contributions, as they cater to individuals based on their unique vibrational frequencies and comprehension of deeper truths. As metaphysicians, we find our belonging within the Sanjan Brotherhood, which represents one of the highest spiritual tiers on earth, channeling teachings directly from the avatar of the New Age, the Ascended Master Saint Germain. This connection unfolds through the spiritual work of Connie Mendez and other attuned conduits. Faith plays a crucial role in navigating both visible and unseen realms. However, a true metaphysician deepens this faith through the tangible outcomes of their practice. Skepticism and doubt can hinder progress. Indeed, as the Bible suggests, faith has the power to move mountains. This faith is not blind. It rests on a foundation of knowledge and the tangible evidence of results. The fruits of one's actions are the true indicators of their path. The emergence of new thought patterns is not merely a suggestion but an urgent necessity. Change cannot be forced upon individuals. It must be a gentle invitation from within. Rituals and dogmas that rely on external validation have become obsolete. True spiritual awakening and evolution arise from within our hearts, necessitating inner transformation before any external shifts can manifest. Several fundamental truths free us from suffering and illuminate the way forward. Every circumstance is crafted in our minds, and we wield the power to create our destinies. Our joys and our hardships are all reflections of our making. Divinity is not a distant force in the heavens, but resides within each of us. There are no sins, only missteps that offer opportunities for correction. To embrace a life of improvement, a positive mindset is essential. It is time to transcend the old paradigms of suffering and limitation. Today marks a fresh beginning. Today heralds renewal. All unfolds in the eternal present moment, guiding us on this enlightening journey through the teachings of the Sanjan Brotherhood. A profound spiritual connection has been established, illuminating a heightened state of awareness essential for grasping its teachings. This guidance represents the most sophisticated instruction available on Earth today, emanating directly from the realms of light through Sanjam and the esteemed masters of the Great White Brotherhood. These magnificent beings, including the exalted figure of Jesus, have acted as spiritual stewards of our planet for centuries, navigating humanity with purposeful guidance. Having once walked among us, they transcended to higher realms, their lives serving as a template for all people, irrespective of their circumstances. In our contemporary era, these enlightened masters no longer manifest in physical forms due to the evolutionary laws governing existence. Nevertheless, their unwavering love continues to radiate from above, guiding humanity on its path. Sanjam entrusted these teachings to Connie Mendez, a remarkable woman with the unique mission of disseminating this wisdom. She adeptly fulfilled this role until her passing on November 26, 1979, in Miami, and her powerful legacy thrives in Venezuela, where her influence has been felt deeply and her writings have spread across the globe. Connie was not merely a teacher. She was also a composer, writer, artist, and a radiant beacon of light, devoted to rendering spiritual truths accessible to everyone. She embarked on the journey of demystifying occult knowledge, articulating these profound insights in straightforward language that anyone could resonate with and incorporate into their everyday lives. In 1945, she established the Sangarayan Brotherhood spiritually in Caracas, a foundation that remains vibrant, preparing for the monumental changes ahead and uplifting countless souls. This new era of growth and expansion has already yielded impressive outcomes. with teachings freely shared through various mediums, talks, bulletins, books, and songs. Instructors engage in this work with altruism, devoid of any profit motivation. The sharing of these teachings occurs without rituals, ceremonies, or formal obligations. Participation is a voluntary response to one's inner calling. The Sanjarain Brotherhood reveres all levels of consciousness and consciously avoids conflict or disputes, especially concerning spiritual matters. Students are seen as disciples of light, distinctly separate from practices such as spiritualism, witchcraft, or black magic. Rather than being a religion, the Brotherhood constitutes a spiritual community rooted in Caracas, dedicated to the study of metaphysical principles. To elevate one's consciousness and enhance the quality of life, freeing oneself from the weights of past experiences begins with understanding the profound law of mentalism. This principle holds that all creation starts in the mind. The teachings of the Brotherhood, while grounded in practicality, delve deeply into the necessity of personal transformation as a catalyst for broader societal change. Becoming a part of this community requires no formalities. There are no registration fees, no identification passes. What truly matters is an earnest interest in the principles taught and a commitment to attending the freely offered lectures. Your primary allegiance lies with your inner divine self, the guiding force that has led you to this profound level of truth and insight. It shapes your determination, ensuring you remain steadfast on your spiritual journey and do not falter or turn away. As you embark on this path, it's vital to embrace it with dedication. While there aren't any rigid commitments, certain beneficial practices are encouraged. Regularly attending classes, applying the teachings to your everyday life, and staying vigilant against distractions are essential. Carelessness can undermine your journey. Missed sessions introduce gaps in understanding, which can obstruct your growth. The teachings unfold gradually, and real progress demands continuous effort. Students on this enlightening journey often encounter interference, as negative forces can misdirect focus away from the spiritual path. Therefore, recognizing these disruptions and consciously choosing the light over superficial distractions is crucial. Whenever you feel tempted by external chaos, remind yourself to prioritize illumination. By attending your classes consistently and embodying the teachings, you'll notice that the trials of the outside world begin to fade away. You have the power to shape your own reality. By holding firmly to the light, you can conquer any obstacles in your path. Lesson 3 revolves around the keys to crafting your best life. Mastering the intricate art of living is a vital skill, yet countless individuals grapple with finding peace and happiness amid their daily routines. As you traverse streets, enter offices, or take public transport, you are often met with faces etched with tension, anxiety, and fear. Rarely do we encounter expressions exuding joy, contentment, or hope. This pervasive discontent arises from a lack of understanding on how to navigate life's challenges without being overwhelmed by them. Sadly, the art of living is rarely part of formal education systems. Many people concentrate on negativity, amplifying their troubles until they become all-consuming. Life's challenges serve as important instructors, yet without the clarity of insight and an appropriate approach, the inherent energy and potential we possess often go unfulfilled. This improper utilization of our life forces, especially our thoughts, emotions, and words, can lead individuals into a labyrinth of bitterness, anguish, and unnecessary strife. For ages, our world has been a place where lessons are learned through trials, where souls come to settle their debts and evolve through experiences. Earth can be viewed as a cosmic classroom, a setting where invaluable lessons in personal growth and evolution are imparted. Historically, this realm has been characterized by karmic cycles and suffering, but with the arrival of the age of Aquarius, a vibrant light has begun to radiate brighter than ever before. This new epoch presents limitless possibilities for individuals to transcend despair and attain elevated states of awareness. Today, we witness an extraordinary influx of light enveloping the planet, heralding the conclusion of an ancient cycle and the onset of a fresh chapter. The imperative for Earth and all our inhabitants is to ascend to greater heights. As members of a broader cosmic family, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment of collective graduation, despite having struggled for millennia to grasp the essence of living. Gradually, we are awakening to the rightful application of the powers granted to us, thought, emotion, and speech, among others. These gifts from the Creator are not mere physical assets, but rather spiritual capabilities that require diligent cultivation. Much like a seed hiding within its shell holds the promise of a thriving plant, each individual bears the latent potential for greatness, that needing patient nurturing through knowledge, experience, and perseverance. One of humanity's most extraordinary gifts is the capability of speech, a creative force that, intertwined with our thoughts and feelings, molds our reality. The words we articulate have the power to shape our existence, for better or worse. Misuse of this remarkable power often leads to discord, suffering, and unhappiness. Yet, we are not merely victims swept away by circumstance. We are, in fact, the architects of our own lives. The true challenge lies in awakening to this potential and employing it with wisdom, instead of allowing ourselves to be shackled by external forces. To effectively harness the might of speech, we must commit to positive communication and eschew any language that could inflict harm on ourselves or others. Words possess the remarkable ability to effectuate both benevolence and malice. They are as potent as a double-edged sword. Thus, the choices we make in our speech carry significant weight and can substantially influence the course of our lives. Harnessing the power of our ability to communicate in a positive and constructive manner is vital to our interactions with those around us. The mind's capabilities play an equally significant role in our existence. Our thoughts shape our reality, embodying the essence of the law of mentalism. It follows that mastering our thoughts is essential, as our mental output functions like a factory, consistently producing tangible results. Even if we are not consciously aware of it, the implications of our ideas manifest in the world. To truly flourish and find fulfillment in life, we must learn to harness the entirety of our mental power. The key to thriving lies in cultivating control over our thoughts and words to direct them toward fruitful objectives. By doing so, we can redefine our life's trajectory, overcome obstacles, and unlock our full potential. This principle is showcased in Lesson 4, which illustrates how thought and emotion intricately weave the fabric of our reality. Together, these two forces act as potent tools that underpin our creative prowess. Every creation in the world has its roots in the delicate dance of thought and emotion. The mind constructs a mental blueprint or vision through thought, and when imbued with strength, these thoughts attract the fundamental particles that will eventually form tangible matter around them. Emotions act as the vital breath that animates these thoughts, turning what was once a mere idea into something real and palpable. It is essential, however, to manage one's emotions and maintain a state of equilibrium. If left unchecked, this energy can spill over, leading to chaos that can harm both oneself and others. Negative emotions, attributes like anger, revenge, hatred, envy, selfishness, and resentment, must be steered clear of, as they disrupt not only individual lives, but also create turbulence in the lives of those nearby. Each negative sentiment releases distress, fostering division where love ought to flourish. Emotion plays a pivotal role in how we manifest our thoughts, carrying with it immense potential energy that can bring our desires, whether uplifting or detrimental, into existence. Our experiences in love, success, or failure in business, our health, physical appearance, and socioeconomic status all emerge from ideas that once resided in our minds, conceived, accepted, and believed, whether in this lifetime or previous ones. Thus, understanding and mastering the interplay between thought and emotion is our pathway to shaping a better reality. To truly manifest your desires in life, one must first believe in them. Without this belief, the things you wish for will remain elusive, trapped in the realm of thoughts without ever materializing in your reality. The essence of who you are and the experiences you encounter are all shaped by your concepts and beliefs about yourself and the world around you. Recognizing this profound power within you is crucial, as is learning to wield it effectively. From this moment forward, you have the opportunity to construct a life filled with success and triumph through the adept use of your mental faculties. Every thought serves as a seed, sowing the possibilities of existence in the fertile ground of your mind, while the circumstances you encounter are the fruits of those seeds. Tomorrow's reality will be a reflection of what you contemplate and embrace today. Each individual crafts their own universe through the interplay of thoughts and emotions. Imagine your creative mental power as a finely tuned bow, with each thought acting as an arrow driven towards its mark by the intense energy of your feelings. The mind serves as the bow, while thoughts take flight like arrows poised to strike, propelled by the emotions that energize them, ultimately leading to manifestation in the physical world. As we generate thoughts, they emit a magnetic vibration akin to a radiant beam of light, capable of influencing others and traversing vast distances unimpeded. The thoughts of others, particularly when charged with intensity, can profoundly affect us and may even penetrate defenses, showcasing the immense strength of shared consciousness. However, wielding this power without regard for others' free will carries karmic risks. Thoughts are not mere abstract notions. They are creative forces designed to fulfill their intended purpose. Positive thoughts radiate a vibrant and uplifting energy, whereas negative thoughts dwell in shadows, dense and heavy. The latter can spread anxiety and discord, manifesting as destructive energies like hatred, war, and vengeance. Individuals who dwell in negativity often cultivate an atmosphere of fear, repelling positivity and inviting darkness into their lives. On the contrary, nurturing positive thoughts cultivates an environment of tranquility and joy, drawing others in and magnetizing the desires of the heart. Both types of thoughts ultimately find their way back to their originator, magnified by the energies they interact with along their path. This cycle underscores the vital importance of cultivating positive mindsets and uplifting speech. In a world teetering on the brink of chaos, mental and emotional self-discipline becomes paramount. To avert further destruction and restore balance, one must strive to transcend negative patterns and elevate their consciousness. Achieving this heightened state of awareness demands a commitment to conscious self-control, a pathway to a more harmonious existence. Mastering our thoughts and emotions is fundamental to reclaiming control over the chaos that often permeates our lives. Until one learns to rein in these turbulent currents of the mind, limitations and pain will continue to shadow existence. This discipline is no small feat. It calls for relentless commitment, as the natural flow of human thought tends to be erratic. However, the fruits of this labor are profoundly transformative. Struggles like financial hardship or health dilemmas frequently arise from persistent negative thought patterns, deeply entrenched habits of feeling that may linger unchallenged for years. In a state devoid of harmony, nothing fruitful can flourish. To cultivate emotional equilibrium, a calm demeanor is vital, albeit difficult amidst our impulsive human nature. To master emotions is to harness energy and channel it toward constructive endeavors. Self-correction, addressing our flaws, vices, and uncontrolled passions, is critical to spiritual growth. It is only by subduing the outer self, the ego-driven personality, that we can foster true well-being in our daily encounters. For one must ultimately choose who governs their existence, the fleeting whims of the lower self, or the profound wisdom of the higher self that resides within. Navigating the realm of emotional self-regulation is certainly fraught with challenges. The turbulence of our senses often generates reactions that can muddle the divine energy at our disposal. Each individual stands at a crossroads, empowered to select between the illuminating path of higher consciousness and the seductive, yet transient, pleasures of material existence. The easier road is to surrender to desires, as it demands little more than the instinctual drift of mind and body. Yet, it is crucial to reshape our habits, how we think, feel, and communicate, if we are to elevate our lives. Self-discipline lies at the heart of well-being and success. Therefore, one must guard against distractions and negativity. Our energy, if not skillfully managed, swells like an untamed avalanche, threatening to create turmoil. This is particularly true for our emotions. Unbridled, they can wreak havoc. Feelings of irritation, discord, selfishness, anger, hatred, and revenge are profoundly disruptive forces. To foster peace, it is best to sidestep conflict and arguments, resolutely refusing to engage with negativity. Instead, cultivate a vigilant mind and an open heart, allowing only constructive energies to shape your journey through life. In the midst of external distractions, maintaining a tranquil mind is crucial. Just as emotional regulation is essential, so too is the ability to control your thoughts. Shun any feelings of discord, animosity, or anxiety. Instead, welcome fresh, uplifting ideas into your mental realm. By nurturing a more expansive mindset, you can break free from the shackles of limitations and challenges, leading to an improved life. Remember, every transformation begins within. Knowledge ignites, which is then embraced as truth and ultimately empowers us to act. As you cultivate greater understanding, you will also enhance your awareness and spur personal development. This week, practice controlling your thoughts by dismissing negative influences from your environment. Steer clear of disagreements and avoid contentious topics. When faced with unsettling information, assertively remind yourself, "This does not align with my beliefs. I refuse to accept it. I reject and dissolve it in the light of positivity." Another affirmation to embrace is, "Only the divine perfection flows through me. I invite only thoughts and words that are constructive, harmonious, and beneficial, actively rejecting any that bring disturbance or negativity." This new viewpoint encourages a reprogramming of your thought patterns, which often become fixated on the negative. It's vital to train your mind to redirect its focus, choosing instead to dwell on that which is uplifting and satisfying. Remember, clinging to bleak narratives only attracts similar energy into your life. Equally important is your emotional governance. Affirm, "I remain cheerful and composed regardless of external circumstances. I dwell in peace and carry that tranquility within me." The first step towards mastering mental and emotional self-regulation is to quiet the noise within your mind and body. This practice, often termed relaxation, can prove challenging as racing thoughts and intense feelings can surge, creating tension in areas like the jaw, shoulders, or forehead. We recommend against the laborious traditional relaxation method that requires meticulous attention to each body part, as it can be tiresome and time-consuming. Instead, position yourself comfortably with a straight back, avoiding slouching or reclining too much to prevent dozing off. Selecting a serene, clean, and well-lit space is imperative. It sets the stage for connecting with the vital energy flowing through your crown chakra as you embark on this transformative journey. To enhance your focus, choose a clean, inviting space with plenty of light that promotes clarity. It's not ideal to concentrate in the dark. Bright walls can elevate your mood and enrich your experience. Close your eyes and imagine your body bathed in a soft, radiant white light. As you do this, affirm your protection by saying, "I am the light of God," shielding yourself from negativity and imperfection. Begin by taking deep, rhythmic breaths. Whether you choose 3, 6, or 9, go at your own pace. Remember, each inhalation brings not just oxygen but also the sacred energy of divine breath, the holy essence that nurtures all life in the air around you. Settle into silence. Give your body gentle commands to be still. Tune into your physical self and identify areas of tightness or discomfort. Consciously instruct those muscles to release their tension. Affirm, "I embody peace and balance." Let the tranquility wash over you. Feel your entire being resting in harmony, at ease. Embrace the silence, for therein lies the truth of your inner self. Once you've relaxed, strive to clear your mind briefly. This may prove challenging, as thoughts and worries often inundate your consciousness. Acknowledge that mastering this skill takes both technique and determination. For focus, turn your attention to your heartbeat. Sense its rhythm. Understand that your heart is a temple untouched by human hands, a sacred space where the divine dwells. Consider dedicating around 20 minutes daily to this practice. If you're just beginning, start with 5 or 10 minutes and gradually extend the duration as you feel comfortable. Engaging in this practice twice each day can amplify its benefits. Should you feel warmth during your session, know that this is a natural response and nothing to fear. Embracing the energy of the present moment can be transformative, yet it requires a conscious effort to quiet the mind. Resist the urge to seek out peculiar sounds or elusive voices, for the journey lies within. The sacred space where the divine dwells is accessible through silence. Moving on to Lesson 6. Embracing the now by relinquishing the burdens of the past and the uncertainties of the future is key to true contentment. Much of our distress and worry is born from our untamed thoughts. When we find ourselves ruminating on painful recollections or fretting about what may come, we rob ourselves of the joy that exists in this very instant. This tendency to live outside ourselves, fixated on bygone moments or distant tomorrows, siphons away the vibrancy of existence. The only tangible reality we possess is today, a continuous present threading through our lives like pearls on a fine string. Each moment unfolds into the next, emphasizing that the essence of a fulfilling life lies in cultivating appreciation for the now. Today, a precious gem in our hands, is laden with the potential to mold our future. How we navigate this day has profound implications for what lies ahead. The past is a shadow, faded and irrelevant, while the future remains an unwritten page. Thus, it serves little purpose to dwell in that which has already slipped through our fingers. Instead, channel your focus into the task at hand and give it your finest effort. Obsessing over tomorrow or rehashing yesterday squanders our precious time. The habit of revisiting past grievances can be particularly toxic. As human beings, our existence is rooted in the present. Nothing else holds significance. Reflecting on past experiences, be they joyous or painful, offers little in the way of true benefit. While nostalgia can fill our hearts with warmth, it can also give rise to a wistful longing that distracts us. Conversely, reliving sorrow only reignites old wounds, causing fresh anguish. Where our attention flows, energy surges, and that which we focus on expands in influence. By constantly returning to unpleasant memories, we inadvertently empower them, allowing their shadows to loom large over our current realities. It is crucial to cultivate discipline over our thoughts and emotions, breaking free from the cycle of past obsessions. Instead, tap into the liberating force of forgiveness and the purifying energy of light, letting them wash away undesired memories and experiences. Painful memories are often devoid of purpose, and fixating on personal hardships can stem from a place of pride and self-interest. Engaging in endless lamentations about the past tends to attract negative energies, further compounding our struggles. After such heavy exchanges, one can often feel depleted and weighed down, fostering a cycle of toxicity that festers negativity. Thus, the habit of complaint only serves to entrap us further in our own discontent. A negative atmosphere can be quite detrimental, often referred to as bad luck. Those who frequently bemoan their fate and pin blame on others for their hardships seldom discover genuine happiness. By constantly inviting adverse energies and ill fortune into their lives, they may also find their health deteriorating. This phenomenon occurs because words can harbor seeds of resentment, and a person steeped in bitterness can never bask in true joy. It's crucial to liberate oneself from the weight of past memories by consciously dismissing them and choosing not to dwell on them. Pointing fingers at circumstances, governmental systems, or societal issues is a fruitless endeavor that only nurtures resentment. Complaints about life's challenges or the shortcomings of others serve only to cultivate personal failure. Moreover, dramatizing situations is another insidious habit. Individuals who embellish negative events tend to magnify misfortunes to a scale that distresses those around them. Pessimism becomes their shadow, breeding fear and perpetuating a cycle of torment. Such individuals often become burdensome to their communities, frequently shunned because of their gloomy outlook. Another pervasive issue linked to dramatization is the tendency to generalize. Isolated incidents are often exaggerated and transformed into sweeping statements that present universal truths, like claiming that all men are untrustworthy or there's never enough money. Those who engage in this behavior typically feel sadness, insecurity, and isolation, weighed down by a heavy cloud of accumulated sorrow. Avoid tormenting yourself with anxious thoughts about the future, as this practice only cultivates unhappiness and robs you of life's simple pleasures. At the heart of this mindset lies fear and insecurity, stemming from a lack of spiritual fulfillment. Many fail to recognize the divine spark within them, leaving them with nothing but feelings of limitation, suffering, and discomfort. Countless individuals are paralyzed by fear of what lies ahead, obsessing over everything from their mortality to financial stability, often stockpiling resources out of an instinctive fear of scarcity. Yet the pathway to genuine peace and joy is found in releasing past grievances, embracing the present moment, and trusting in divine power that resides within you. Lesson 7. From Suffering to Spiritual Triumph. We are not destined to be mere victims of fate, tossed about by life's unpredictable tides. Our purpose is not to endure pain or suffering for its own sake. Life presents itself as an educational journey, akin to a vast school, where experiences shape us into knowledgeable beings. For those who crave spiritual enlightenment, this existence transforms into a grand university that encourages a profound exploration of wisdom and truths. One fundamental reality remains. Everyone inhabiting this cosmic classroom we call Earth is here to learn. Nothing occurs merely by chance. Luck is an illusion. Instead, every situation arises from an intricate web of cause and effect. As we navigate through daily trials, we elevate our consciousness, empowering ourselves to transcend the boundaries we have, sometimes unknowingly, placed upon our lives. Through the turbulence of experience, a spiritual awakening begins to unfold, allowing us to detach from the haze of unconsciousness. Contrary to some beliefs or dogmas that insist on accepting pain and suffering as inevitable, the divine intention is for us to bask in joy, health, and fulfillment. Embracing contentment is our birthright. The shadows of negativity and sorrow are often mere byproducts of human ignorance, which, if left unchecked, can lead us down paths of hardship. Wisdom is the antidote that liberates us from such misfortune, which is never part of the divine plan. In any circumstance you find yourself, rise and aspire to the heights that await you. Your ultimate destiny is within reach, as you are meant to soar like a star across the vast expanse of existence. Here and now is where all potential resides. Time is an open canvas, boundless and eternal. You were not brought into this world to suffer. Regeneration and improvement are natural states accessible to all. Much like the body can heal when nurtured, every individual possesses an extraordinary capacity for renewal, as long as the desire and intent are present. This remarkable ability stems from the divine essence nestled within your heart, an energy source that empowers you to achieve the extraordinary. Embrace this truth, for it holds the key to liberation. Internalize it, elevate your intentions, and gaze upward. Failure and stagnation will lose their hold. Within you dwells the eternal I Am, a name reflecting the divine presence that underpins all existence. Challenges, while abundant in this world, serve a greater purpose on our journey towards a glorious destiny of perfection. During our earthly sojourn, we will encounter various obstacles. They are inevitable. Yet, each hurdle is a stepping stone to aligning with a divine blueprint, the universal plan of perfection. Only through the acquisition of wisdom and a deep understanding of eternal truths can we rise above life's lesser experiences and claim the birthright of perfection that is inherently ours. A well-acknowledged spiritual tenet reveals that understanding the truth will liberate us. But liberate us from what, precisely? From all forms of discomfort, struggle, and hardship. Yet, it is precisely these challenges that serve as crucial instruments for our growth and evolution. Through our personal endeavors, we carve out our identities and direct the course of our lives. Nothing occurs by mere chance or as a divine punishment. Such notions are fabrications. Every experience exists either to be transformed, if negative, or to be acknowledged and celebrated if positive, and most importantly, to be navigated through wisdom and learning. Growth demands effort. Even the simplest plants, which embody life itself, strive tirelessly toward perfection. We receive nothing without putting in the work. Each achievement must be earned through diligent toil, with the support of the divine essence residing within us. We possess the remarkable freedom of choice, guided by a sacred principle known universally as free will. This law empowers us to select our aspirations and paths, yet it does not shield us from the possibility of straying into unwise choices, nor does it bestow wisdom indiscriminately. It simply grants us the liberty to venture where we wish, even if that journey leads us through treacherous terrains. It is our inherent right to forge our lives as we choose, for better or worse, a right that remains with us unyieldingly. Free will animates our existence, allowing us to navigate the myriad circumstances we encounter. However, we must tread carefully, diligently channeling our vital energy with responsibility. We will ultimately face the consequences of our decisions before the karmic court of life. Therefore, it is crucial to safeguard our thoughts, emotions, and expressions as they mold our reality and determine what we possess and cherish. We are not mere puppets of fate, which means we each possess the power to shape our circumstances. We are the captains of our own vessels, not aimlessly adrift under an indifferent force. Yet, blinded by ignorance, we may inadvertently craft our destinies with haste and heedlessness, accumulating misfortunes and strife, not recognizing that the means to create our reality lie firmly in our grasp. In doing so, we may weave intricate karma that requires resolution in future lives, but there is always opportunity for redemption and restoration within the continuum of existence, where healing is ever possible. No one is just a solitary droplet tossed by the waves without direction. That droplet is part of an expansive ocean, imbued with the dynamic essence of the divine. You are not merely a leaf caught in the breeze. The power to create and influence your life resides within you. Utilizing it mindfully can bring about positive change, while misusing power often results in turmoil and chaos. Lesson 8 invites us to comprehend the body as the vessel of our essence. This divine and immortal spirit strives to make its presence known in the physical world, driven by the desire for growth and ongoing experience. To achieve this, it requires a body, a perfectly crafted instrument capable of fulfilling its grand purposes. Our fleshly form, although limited in perceiving higher spiritual realms, is equipped with everything essential for navigating this earthly existence. We have a mind for contemplation, hands for action, feet to traverse our surroundings, eyes to perceive the beauty around us, and a heart to embrace emotions. This extraordinary machine, powered by the divine energy of life, possesses remarkable resilience, enabling it to face the trials of existence with vigor and determination. However, like any intricate tool, our bodies need care, nourishment, and cleanliness to function optimally. Neglect, excess, and mistreatment lead to deterioration, ultimately culminating in what we term death. Indulgence can erode our physical form, entangling it with detrimental habits. It is paramount that we wield this instrument with wisdom, for our accountability regarding its treatment will be revealed when we confront the karmic tribunal. To reach the highest potential, our physical vessel must be refined, educated, and enhanced. Think of the body as the attire enveloping the essence of our being. Just as one wouldn't wander the streets unclothed, our eternal entity requires a suitable covering for proper manifestation. When this garment becomes tattered, worn, and neglected, it is shed, and the supreme intelligence departs from the flesh, deeming it no longer beneficial. The spirit then transitions to more elevated dimensions, continuing its journey. Those left behind on earth may mistakenly grieve over graves, believing that their loved ones lie beneath the surface. In truth, what resides there is merely an old, discarded cloak that is slowly returning to the earth, while the eternal spirit has already advanced. Consider the body akin to a vehicle, a means of travel facilitating movement from one point to another. Change is inherent to life. Nothing is ever static. Our dense bodies cannot soar like birds in the sky, but are equipped to walk upon the earth, guided by the supreme intelligent energy that fuels our thoughts and actions. The body serves as a primary means of navigation through our earthly existence, but it is not the sole mode of transport available to us. The spirit, much like an explorer eager to traverse uncharted landscapes, employs various vehicles to journey to different realms during sleep, meditation, and even at the end of one's earthly life. The eternal consciousness, under the auspices of the Divine Father, finds joy in visiting a tapestry of places, both close and distant. While we often perceive and feel only the physical vessel, the fleshly garment that encases us, we are, in reality, comprised of 4 distinct bodies. There's the energetic body, which fuels our vitality, the emotional body, which cradles our feelings, and the mental body that orchestrates our thoughts. Furthermore, there exist 3 spiritual vehicles, each crafted for higher purposes, culminating in a total of 7 bodies at our disposal. Just as we don't rely solely on one form of transportation, such as cars, bicycles, or planes, the universe offers a plethora of ways to navigate life. As inhabitants of this grand cosmos, every opportunity is within reach, provided we earn and deserve it. The body can be likened to a house, a sanctuary for the essence that dwells within. Like any dwelling, it can either flourish with care and maintenance or decay through neglect. A body that is sickly and worn resembles an abandoned structure, succumbing to the ravages of time, while a healthy body, emanating vitality, shines like a well-kept home filled with joy and purpose in alignment with divine laws. Our bodies also bear similarities to children, requiring education, discipline, affection, and attentive nurturing. They obey our commands more faithfully than any servant, reflecting the treatment they receive. When indulged excessively or subjected to harmful habits, the body may initially resist, as it holds an innate knowledge of what is right. However, when met with persistent imposition, it can reluctantly adapt, making unhealthy behaviors a part of its routine, practices that become ingrained and hard to shake. It's essential to recognize that the physical body is remarkably obedient, falling under the sway of human will, whether directed towards virtue or vice. A true reverence for the body is warranted, for it is the temple of the living God. It deserves our respect, care, and meticulous attention, kept in pristine condition. Just as one would not approach a sacred temple with a clouded mind or wicked intentions, we must not degrade our bodies through lowly passions, disputes, or discord. To do otherwise is akin to tarnishing a holy space with filth, undermining the sanctity of our divine existence. Avoid cluttering your life with unwanted distractions or inviting unwholesome influences into your surroundings. It's vital not to overtax your body or push it beyond its limits, as this can lead to illness, an issue that creates karmic responsibilities to be addressed in future existences. For instance, individuals who disregard their physical well-being, weakening themselves through unhealthy habits and inadequate diets, may find themselves facing health challenges in subsequent lives. Engaging in overly strenuous exercise that drains your energy is misaligned with divine principles. Instead, allow yourself to participate in physical activities with moderation, preserving your vitality. Cherishing and wisely utilizing your body is crucial, as it serves as the vehicle for the divine spirit's expression in our world. Lesson 9 highlights the transformative power of spiritual transmutation. This is the art of converting one state into another, changing the outdated and flawed into something invigorated and refined. Consider this: beauty emerges from ugliness, wealth rises from poverty, and health springs forth from illness. This alchemical process, divine in nature, functions as a potent cleansing force, restoring balance to life and liberating it from the imperfections and disruptions we, both individually and collectively, create. To resolve the dilemmas and conflicts we face today, it's critical to metamorphose all past mistakes. Transmutation involves dissolving all elements of imperfection. The violet flame, a powerful transformative energy, plays a significant role in this journey. Bestowed upon us by the Ascended Master Sana, this gracious energy emanates from the realms of light, designed to release our world from pain and sorrow. By harnessing this energy, we aim for personal growth and a harmonious existence within the boundless cosmic law of perfection. Both humanity and society must undergo a thorough purification process. The immutable laws of cause and effect, or karma, will ultimately dismantle anything that persistently deviates from this universal law, as it exists in discord with the divine design of perfection that underpins the cosmos. As we transition into a new era, the Avatar German plays a pivotal role in shaping Earth's destiny for the upcoming 2 millennia. He calls upon the remarkable violet flame, easily accessible and capable of yielding transformative outcomes. This flame has the power to burn away negativity, consuming everything that does not resonate with purity and perfection. Moreover, it eradicates errors, limitations, and discord, providing humanity the chance to escape the relentless cycle of rebirth and achieve true freedom. On this planet, the violet flame often goes unseen by the naked eye, yet for those with the ability to perceive it, this force dances like lightning from a realm beyond our own. Although it remains invisible, its impact is undeniable. Our world today is buoyed by a spirited sense of hope, primarily due to the transformative nature of this energy. Like a wildfire that swiftly engulfs everything it encounters, the violet flame has the power to transmute negativity into positivity almost instantaneously. One may invoke this magnificent flame with a heartfelt phrase: "In the name of God, I call upon the mighty violet flame, purifier and transformer. I envelop myself in its radiant glow, welcoming its profound ability to convert my life into a manifestation of goodness and perfection." This declaration is profound, But it is also essential to seek forgiveness for past and present transgressions, aligning oneself with the energy of grace. The act of blessing holds remarkable potency. When you extend a blessing, you open the door to abundance and what you truly desire. Consider the miraculous moment when Jesus blessed 5 loaves of bread, miraculously feeding thousands. His awareness of goodness was unparalleled. In the same vein, you have the power to bless anything you wish to see flourish. Observe the beauty that unfolds when you bless the goodness in every situation. To bless is not merely to acknowledge. It involves speaking positively, thinking uplifting thoughts, and calling forth goodness into existence. Every blessing amplifies what it touches, allowing it to thrive. When faced with challenges, consider this. By blessing them, you set the stage for healing and correction. While blessings radiate uplifting energy, negativity and curses only cultivate harm and destruction. Thus, it's crucial to express gratitude for all that we possess, as this cultivates a sense of abundance that invites more prosperity into our lives. When money is blessed, it multiplies, leading to greater financial stability. By blessing your family, you create an atmosphere of harmony and joy. Every experience is a tapestry woven with both light and shadow. By focusing on and blessing the positive threads within a situation, you inevitably enhance them, bringing them to fruition. It's essential to remember that blessing does not center on external actions or flaws, but rather the divine essence within each individual. Rather than cursing illness, for instance, bless the health that resides within. Instead of condemning dishonesty, honor the truth and integrity lying beneath. Affirmations serve as a valuable tool for navigating any challenge. You might declare, "I bless the goodness in this situation and desire to witness its manifestation." When receiving financial support, one could say, "May divine love bless and multiply this money, so it flourishes in my hands and in those of the giver." In times of adversity, remind yourself, "I do not accept this for myself or others. I invoke the good that exists in this moment, bless it, and patiently await its emergence." If circumstances unfold contrary to your desires, acknowledge the situation and search for the hidden positivity within it. Trust that everything unfolds for a reason. What is given serves a purpose, while what is withheld is simply not meant for you. Embrace this understanding and allow it to guide you toward greater clarity and appreciation. Embrace only the good that manifests in your life. Allow anything negative to fade away. In complex situations, take a moment to recognize the inherent goodness that resides within, for even the most challenging circumstances carry within them valuable lessons. The first law of creation, known as the law of mentalism, serves as a crucial foundation for spiritual development and harmony. Understanding and actively applying this principle is essential. Without it, spiritual seekers may find themselves stuck, regardless of their earnest efforts and extensive learning. Surprisingly, many devoted individuals on the spiritual journey often misuse their words and energies, particularly when engaging in criticism. They might highlight the flaws of those close to them, indulging in the negative habit of pointing out imperfections, which are merely superficial reflections of the lower self and not the divine essence within each person. At the core of every individual lies a perfect divine self. When illuminated by the light of truth, the illusion of imperfection dissolves, freeing us from burdens that weigh us down. By choosing not to empower negativity and turning our attention away from it, we elevate ourselves above it. The direction of our focus matters greatly. Our attention lingers wherever we choose to place it, manifesting either positive energy or fostering harm. Negative remarks give rise to numerous issues as they perpetuate what is undesirable, exacerbating situations and driving wedges between individuals. Such negativity creates a suffocating atmosphere, akin to a storm cloud overshadowing all that is good. As a result, those who do not practice the law of mentalism struggle to navigate life's challenges. Conversations steeped in criticism, gossip, and judgment can be as catastrophic as a hidden bomb, ready to explode at any moment. For this reason, it is imperative to curtail negative comments instantly and to cultivate an environment where such negativity is absent. Unity must be preserved across all interactions, whether they pertain to family, friendships, workplace dynamics, or social engagements. In places of unity, goodness and perfection emerge, while the presence of discord leads only to division, inviting negativity that can dismantle even the strongest bonds. A family that stands united can weather any storm, emerging triumphant no matter the severity of the challenge. Indestructible friendships flourish when rooted in love, which is a force of profound unity. The energy of love is both robust and victorious. When we genuinely care for others, we tend to overlook their flaws, focusing instead on the brighter aspects of their character. When we begin to notice imperfections in others, a ripple effect follows. Friendships dissolve, relationships falter, families fracture, and conflict brews among loved ones. To maintain harmony within your circle, be it family, friends, or a partner, envision yourself donning rose-tinted glasses that allow you to perceive the goodness in everyone. The moment negativity occupies your thoughts, you inadvertently amplify it, erecting barriers that foster division. Once these walls rise, the forces of discord find their way in, sowing chaos. Everyone harbors flaws, but these blemishes do not define our true selves. These disturbances are fleeting shadows, dissipating when illuminated by the radiant light of truth, a light that liberates us from strife and ushers in peace and contentment. The instant you begin to pinpoint faults in others, problems will inevitably surface, not only affecting them but also impacting your own life. This is the immutable law of cause and effect. Where attention goes, energy flows. When you fixate on another's shortcomings, then share these observations with others, you do not assist them. Rather, you complicate their struggles by projecting negative energy that only magnifies their issues. Instead, always seek the silver lining and perfection in every situation. This fundamental spiritual principle can yield extraordinary outcomes, soothing the mind and lightening life's burdens. Those who focus on the positive, despite what their eyes might convey, are planting seeds for a rewarding future. However, vigilance is key because our eyes have a tendency to gravitate toward what is amiss, an ingrained habit that is difficult to shake. As Connie Mendez wisely advised, look for the good and it will come to you, for we attract what we choose to focus on. Conversely, if we dwell on the negative, we draw it closer, allowing it to cling to us and amplify. Attention acts like a magnifying glass. It has the ability to intensify whatever it is directed towards. Just as a magnifying glass can concentrate sunlight to ignite dry grass, so too can focusing on flaws amplify their significance, making them appear even more daunting. Exercise control over your attention, steering it purposefully rather than letting it drift carelessly. Remember that attention is a formidable force, and it demands to be wielded with intention. It's never too late to realign your focus. As Jesus once reminded, do not be drawn into negativity. Instead, choose to cultivate a perspective that nurtures connection and understanding. Feeling disheartened by visible setbacks can invite a torrent of negative energy, making it essential to stand firm and remain ever watchful. Remember, when you align yourself with the essence of truth, transformation occurs and you emerge renewed. Mistakes, while part of the journey, can always be mended. Lesson 11 speaks to the transmutation of resentment for spiritual enhancement. Resentment is a lamentable state of being, one that often harms the individual harboring it far more than anyone else. According to the law of return, our projections, whatever we send out into the universe, eventually circle back to us, amplified. They feed on like energies, returning to our minds and bodies, poisoning the very sanctuaries of our existence. A person weighed down by resentment toward another, a situation, or even an inanimate object cannot truly find peace. This corrosive feeling drains joy and enthusiasm and may even manifest in puzzling physical ailments that defy easy control. Like corrosive acid, resentment eats away at life, aging the spirit prematurely and nurturing seeds of illness that lie in wait, ready to erupt. Such negativity must be transformed, whether aimed at people, circumstances, or possessions, as this purification is vital for genuine spiritual progress. Resentment acts like a paralyzing force, stalling our movement forward. It is a pale reflection of love, filled with judgment and condemnation. Those who condemn and judge others suffer from a deficiency of understanding, tolerance, and love. Like a wasp's nest that threatens to attack, resentment must be meticulously eradicated. This can only happen through the profound process of transmutation. While some may achieve material success despite fostering resentment, They often lead lives tainted by bitterness and a feeling of unfulfillment, with their spiritual existence lying stunted. Just as a room dense with dark smoke becomes stifling, so too does the spirit of an individual when resentment is permitted to fester unchecked. Metaphysical practitioners are aware that in order to evolve, they must turn their gaze inward, take responsibility, and decisively eradicate any remnant of resentment. Cleansing the mind, heart, and body of these poisonous thoughts is imperative. Without liberating ourselves from the resentments that nestle within, we cannot progress along the path of enlightenment. This liberation demands unwavering effort and determination, pressing until the very roots of these conditions are obliterated. Everyone who desires to elevate their life must purge themselves of all resentment and transmute any hidden grudges with the transformative power of the violet flame. Otherwise, even with amassed material wealth, their life will remain unfulfilled. Understanding and forgiveness are essential. They protect us from becoming entangled in a web of despair. We must extend this forgiveness not only to others but also to ourselves, acknowledging all that requires our compassion. Enormous clouds of resentment hang in the emotional atmosphere, remnants of human thoughts that drift and linger from one mind to another. Yet, those who grasp the principles of metaphysics and nurture tranquility within their hearts can navigate through this storm without fear. By maintaining a clear mind and steering clear of negative vibrations, they ensure their safety amidst chaos. Many individuals are quick to finger life itself for their dissatisfaction, attributing their misfortunes to the city or nation they call home, believing these surroundings stifle their potential. Others may unload their frustrations on their workplaces, blaming supervisors or coworkers for their struggles, and some even cast their gaze on material possessions as scapegoats for their personal setbacks. Adopting such a mindset is a folly, one that resolves nothing and only exacerbates their predicaments. It is crucial to acknowledge that personal difficulties stem from one's own mistakes, misunderstandings, and errant beliefs. Carrying resentment is like drinking poison in hopes of hurting another. It only harms the bearer. Gratefulness for life's myriad opportunities and blessings can shift perspectives significantly. Viewing life as a burdensome karmic weight is a path that leads nowhere near happiness. Instead, one must continually celebrate life as a sacred gift, understanding that it is never the architect of individual suffering. Just as nature has a remarkable ability to cleanse itself, so too must we release our negative emotions, such as resentment, which return to their origins. When these feelings dissipate, they enrich the atmosphere, but nature, imperfect in its design, sends them back in a divine process of purification. This cycle manifests in natural disasters, earthquakes, cyclones, and eruptions, as nature's means of discarding impurities caused by discordant human thoughts. Similarly, we clean our homes and bodies to rid ourselves of impurities. Nature engages in its own rituals of renewal. Harboring resentment serves only to trap and poison the heart of the one who clings to it. It is never prudent to let such negativity take root. Love reveals its true nature not through possession, but in freedom. If you cherish something, let it soar. If it returns to you, it is genuinely yours. If not, it was never intended to be. Love is an exquisite sensation, a powerful emotion that swells from deep within, compelling us to give without reservation. In a metaphysical context, it embodies a transcendental energy, motivating us to uplift, serve, and pursue the happiness of others, all without the expectation of receiving anything back. This rich emotion is not confined to romantic relationships, which is a narrow interpretation of its true meaning. What many perceive as love is merely a thumbnail sketch, a mere glimpse of a much deeper and profound principle that we, as individuals, are tasked to embrace in its entirety. Love is a vast tapestry, stretching beyond familial bonds, marriage, friendships, or passionate pursuits of knowledge, art, and science. It encompasses a broader spectrum, including an affection for life in its entirety, whether living or lifeless. Once we truly understand and embrace this all-encompassing love, the very motivation to remain anchored in the physical realm wanes. It is at this point one achieves an elevated state of existence, transcending the need for reincarnation. Authentic love is a state free from selfish motives, possessiveness, and the intricate ties that ensnare our egos. Within human interactions, It's not uncommon for genuine affection to be overshadowed by self-interest, wherein the act of loving becomes tainted by greed and control. When love is laced with selfish desires and possessiveness, its beauty diminishes. A love that seeks to control withers, much like a flower deprived of sunlight. It's a liberating force, flourishing in freedom and stifled by chains. Those who attempt to claim others as their own might profess their love, but in truth, they remain blind to the essence of true affection. Deep down, a selfishness lurks, often disguised as caring intentions where conditional love brings suffering. They might express that their actions serve the best for you, but these opinions are typically veiled narratives centered around their personal gain. Consider the metaphor of a rose. When you cut it and clutch it possessively, you ultimately harm it. Its thorns will pierce your skin, mirroring how control breeds revolt in those it restrains. A revolt that can burst forth with unpredictability. Those entrapped under the control of another often bear a heavy heart, marked by sadness and bitterness, despite their resignation. They are akin to birds caged, yearning for escape at the first opportunity. When the shackles of control bind relationships, true love struggles to thrive. Everyone, from jealous partners to domineering parents and possessive friends, faces the inevitable fate of abandonment when the limits of tolerance are reached. Love cannot endure in an atmosphere of fear. Instead, it withers under the weight of selfishness and oppression. This is why we affirm, if you truly love someone, be it a child, a friend, or a partner, set them free. Only in a state of freedom can love flourish, unhindered and vibrant. It's crucial to resist the urge to dictate others' lives or impose rigid constraints on their choices. Each individual has their own preferences, ideals, and a unique spirit that deserves respect. Real love entails care and protection, yet it should never morph into control or suffocation. To cherish what you adore, honor their autonomy, and never deceive yourself into thinking you are superior. Perfection is a myth that no one can claim. Freedom is a divine right gifted to us all, allowing us to think, act, and exist without infringement. Love that exists without freedom can hardly be deemed love at all. It lacks the essence needed to flourish. Jealousy, disguised as a passionate emotion, is merely a lesser form of selfishness, a veritable hell that breeds suffering. It stems from doubts, fears, and insecurities, twisting the mind with suspicion and discord. Those who are entangled in jealousy may mistakenly believe they love deeply, yet they fail to grasp the true nature of love. Their toxicity clouds the environment, trapping their loved ones in a never-ending cycle of torment until they choke on despair. Ultimately, they must be left to confront the harsh truths of their behavior, learning the lessons of genuine love through discomfort. Metaphysical practitioners can offer guidance to those ensnared in these destructive patterns, illuminating their path out of darkness with appropriate healing techniques. The key to healing and growth is indeed letting go. When we relinquish our grip and allow freedom, we create space for life to flourish in myriad, unexpected ways. Miracles unfold when we release our unyielding expectations. For illustration, consider a young woman who perpetually seeks validation from her boyfriend, constantly reminding him of her beauty. Over time, his sense of suffocation will drive him away, perhaps never to return. In such moments, it's important not to obsess over his absence. If he truly belongs in your life, he will find his way back. If he does not, he was never truly yours. Embrace the essence of love by allowing room for autonomy, thereby enhancing not just your own freedom, but also the freedom of those you hold dear. It's entirely possible to remove a partner from someone else's life, yet there are deeper currents at work that often go unnoticed. Perhaps one party in the relationship has tacitly allowed it, or maybe the one who departed was never destined to linger. Each individual traverses their own unique journey, guided by invisible laws that govern human connection, regardless of the appearance of chaos. Love is a universal force, not confined to exclusive boundaries. It is a common misbelief that it exists solely as the heady passion shared between lovers. In truth, love encompasses a vast array of experiences. It can be found in one's admiration for life, a fondness for wealth, the dedication to one's work, a passion for art or music, allegiance to a nation, or the companionship of a beloved pet. What often masquerades as romantic love tends to be a mix of physical allure and possessive excitement, destined to fade if anchored solely in superficial beauty. What truly endures is the essence of souls intertwining, not merely bodies. Every aspect of existence, animals, plants, humans, deserves love and honor, irrespective of race or color. Within this belief lies the sacred law of life. The hue of love radiates a soft pink, blossoming from the heart, its true power igniting within us. As we delve into the lesson of overcoming fear, we find that fear itself poses the gravest threat to humanity. The burden of dread can weigh heavily, detrimental to both health and harmony. Conversely, a lighter heart invites positive experiences. When we invite fear into our lives, we inadvertently open the door to hardship. Therefore, the collective challenge for humanity is to transcend this pervasive fear. The moment we become fearless is when circumstances lose their power over us. However, we must remember that fear often lurks in the shadows of our subconscious, unseen yet impactful. The serenity and joy we discover in life's moments are the clearest signs that we have triumphed over our fears in those instances. Fear, being an illusion, is surprisingly fragile when scrutinized. Consider a remarkable incident from the Netherlands many years ago involving a wayward lion from a traveling circus. One day, this majestic animal broke free, dashing past a nearby seamstress who was absorbed in her work by an open window. In an instant, the lion streaked across the room and sought refuge in a cramped space beneath the stairs. Stumbling upon the muddy tracks left on her polished floor, the woman, initially bewildered, assumed a donkey was the culprit. When she discovered the lion quivering in her closet, tucked between mops and brooms, her frustration grew. In a shocking turn, she took a broomstick and struck the trembling creature, her anger intensifying at the sight of this fierce animal reduced to a state of fear. As the clamor of armor and boots echoed through the chamber, 4 soldiers clad in chainmail burst upon the scene. They arrived just in time to witness the frightened lion, which, once ensnared, surrendered with a resigned grace, relieved to escape the torment of a woman whose ire had been fierce. Overcome by the weight of her actions, she fainted and battled nausea for days, grappling with the reality that she had been unleashing her fury upon a noble beast. This story illuminates a powerful truth. Fear often clouds our judgment and can lead us astray. The woman had wielded total dominance over the creature, believing it to be a mere donkey, while the lion, under a misapprehension of its own, had quaked under her perceived strength. Yet the moment the truth dawned upon her, an unsettling recognition of her grave error, she was ensnared once more by the very anxiety she thought she had quelled. This moment of clarity is steeped in a broader reality. The culture of fear seeps into our lives, affecting decisions and distorting perceptions. If one can confront and dissipate their fears with unwavering resolve, by channeling energy toward recognizing the divine presence that resides within them and embracing the unwavering love of the divine, then other aspects of life will align harmoniously. This initial step, surrendering to that steadfast love, serves as a shield against harm and trepidation. Turning that understanding into tangible reality is imperative. The essence of love, as illuminated in the scriptures, vanquishes fear, for perfect love dispels dread. When one inhabits a loving mindset, fear loses its power and influence over their reality. As stated in the Bible, there is no fear in love, and fear itself breeds errors, drawing unwanted circumstances towards us. When fear is present, it inadvertently beckons more of what it dreads, a phenomenon emphasized in 1 John 4:18, where it is pointed out that fear signifies an incomplete understanding and embodying of love. This principle resonates deeply with metaphysical teachings. That which you dread tends to manifest. If you succumb to the fear of loss, that fear can materialize into your experience. It acts much like an unyielding magnet, rendering it essential to relinquish your fears. Fear has no rightful place in our existence. Thus, the path forward demands conquering it. Lesson 14 presents a crucial theme: letting go of regret. When confronted with decisions, it is vital to invest your absolute effort in fulfilling your responsibilities at that moment. Should you later discover a misstep, release any blame. Every individual operates within the limits of their understanding at any given time. Even the wisest among us can only act with the knowledge and belief they possess. Focusing on past misdeeds committed in good faith is an exercise in futility that robs you of peace and inflicts emotional wounds. Anyone can conjecture outcomes through reflection, but discerning true wisdom and foresight is a far more intricate affair. Embrace your journey and let go of what cannot be changed. What truly matters is striving to the best of your ability, utilizing the knowledge and beliefs you hold at any given moment. Here's a piece of advice. Give it your all, considering your circumstances, and then release any anxieties that weigh you down. Those who delve into metaphysics often turn to their inner divine presence for direction, especially when faced with important decisions. By reaching out to their inner Christ, they seek to navigate choices wisely, steering clear of potential pitfalls. Trusting your intuition is vital. When you do, favorable outcomes will likely follow. Cultivating unwavering faith in your desires is essential, for without the kind of faith that can move mountains, manifestations in daily life may falter. The burden of regret can be an immense load, one that darkens the spirit and disrupts the natural balance within. When someone harms another, the echoes of guilt can deepen over time, fostering a sense of permanence that feels inescapable. Yet every situation carries the seeds of resolution, and if you've truly grasped the metaphysical truths about remorse, you can melt away those feelings and continue to grow. Do not let regret sink its claws into your being. Refrain from replaying past missteps or pondering how you could have acted differently. Once an action is taken, it belongs to the past and should be released. Ease your burden by affirming to yourself, "I did my best and acted based on my understanding at that moment." This chapter is now closed, and a new lesson awaits. Embracing challenges as gateways to growth is where true success lies. Achievements of significance are almost always born from a willingness to confront and conquer difficulties. Journeying without challenges may seem easy, but that simplicity lacks the essence of true success. Consider the era when constructing a telegraph line from New York to Boston presented a series of hurdles. Now such a task feels routine. The laying of the transatlantic cable was once seen as a monumental accomplishment, fraught with challenges that were ultimately surmounted. No matter how daunting personal challenges may appear, they can be navigated through calm, consistent spiritual dedication and wise actions. If an obstacle appears on your path to success, view it as a stepping stone rather than a sign of defeat. Take, for instance, H.G. Wells. Confronted with health issues that compelled him to leave a low-paying job, he found himself homebound with only one pursuit: writing. This seemingly unfortunate circumstance blossomed into the very beginning of his illustrious career. Throughout his extraordinary journey as a celebrated author, Thomas Edison faced the challenge of deafness, transforming this obstacle into a laser-focused drive for innovation. In contrast, Theodore Roosevelt's early life was marked by frailty. Instead of yielding to advice to remain sheltered, he embraced the opportunity to strengthen his body and spirit, ultimately evolving into the vigorous leader of the nation he would someday preside over as president. In the face of adversity, Gilbert penned the operetta HMS Pinafore, his creative spirit unbroken despite the agonizing pains that plagued him. Across the ocean in London, a remarkable fashion house blossomed under the guidance of a woman devoid of formal business education, a mere dreamer with an eye for exquisite clothing and unwavering faith. She bravely faced the daunting responsibility of caring for her ailing husband, who battled tuberculosis, and their young children. Once harboring the dream of selling dresses she could scarcely afford, she has now risen to wealth and renown. Every challenge we encounter can serve as a transforming catalyst. Although daunting at first glance and seemingly insurmountable, struggles can be navigated with spiritual resolve and courageous determination. Every trial acts as a signpost guiding us toward a deeper connection with the divine. What does it truly mean to be dynamic? Many strive for the label yet misinterpret its essence. To some, being dynamic might signify being boisterous, aggressive, or ostentatious. Others may see it as a quest for attention, a misguided notion that diverts from its true meaning. A dynamic individual is one who actively pursues change, whether in themselves or the world around them. Their contributions may unfold in the smallest of acts, yet collectively they weave a tapestry that alters the world simply because they chose to exist and act within it. This dynamic spirit is visible in the lives of historical figures such as Napoleon, Washington, St. Paul, and Bolivar, each of whom reshaped the course of history. Yet many unsung heroes, men and women whose names may not echo through time, have made meaningful impacts in their own communities. Acts of creation, no matter the scale, define a dynamic individual. If you have achieved something, big or small, you've played a part in making a difference. Conversely, if you find yourself merely performing, shifting from one place to another without igniting real change, then the essence of dynamism eludes you. You're merely playing a part without genuine commitment. A truly dynamic person innovates, cultivates growth where it previously seemed impossible, builds enterprises that cater to communities, crafts art and music infused with beauty, and writes poetry that resonates with the heart. Imagine a world transformed by vibrant doctors who heal and dedicated teachers who educate. Each individual leaves their mark, shaping the future distinctly from how they discovered it. Just as George Washington altered the trajectory of history, the power to impact lives, including your own, lies within every one of us. Some individuals find solace in their current state, proudly showcasing their lives while expending energy on superficial appearances that ultimately hold little significance. They wear facades, boasting of grand accomplishments or future aspirations while considering themselves spirited and dynamic. Yet, when the truth is revealed, their vibrancy often lacks substance. To truly embody dynamism, one must embrace the belief that divine influence flows through every action, be it monumental or minute. By dedicating your skills and talents to a higher purpose with genuine intent, you can unleash profound transformations. Even a brief commitment to this mindset will astonish you, awakening an authentic dynamism that radiates in your actions. Serving others is rooted in truth, and as the saying goes, by their fruits you shall know them. Lesson 16. Awakening the divine within. The understanding of God has morphed throughout centuries. After the glorious ages of ancient civilizations, Atlantis, Lemuria, and Mu, that reached remarkable heights of divine comprehension, humanity plunged into a long period of ignorance and regression. Part of this decline manifested in idolatry, where societies worshipped a pantheon of grotesque idols representing multiple deities. While this notion eventually waned, it was succeeded by a lingering image of a punitive, authoritarian god. This distant deity, often imagined as an elderly figure dwelling high in the clouds, oscillated between kindness and arbitrary wrath, quick to punish alleged sinners. The fear of divine retribution became deeply entrenched, leading generations to govern their lives under the shadow of a wrathful deity. What a contradiction it is to envision a perfect being, overflowing with love and wisdom, harboring anger. A truly loving God would not chastise their children, especially considering their ongoing journey of growth and the imperfections they bear. Spiritual philosophies clarify that it is not God who metes out punishment, but rather the universal laws that maintain harmony within the divine order. Every individual possesses the potential to evolve through their experiences, shaping their behavior as they navigate life. The notion of a judgmental deity has been woven into our consciousness, yet it is essential to recognize that humanity's journey unfolds in stages, each leading us toward deeper understanding. In the age of Pisces, religious texts were interpreted in a specific light, and now, as we transition into the age of Aquarius, a new illumination is brightening our awareness, drawing our perception of the divine closer to actual truth. For centuries, the world has learned about the reality of the I Am presence, the inner divinity inherent in every person. This transformative understanding is illuminated by the revered figure of Sanam Man, an avatar of our time and the world's spiritual advisor for the next 2 millennia. He guides us to recognize our innate connection to our Creator, inviting a profound shift in focus from external to internal realms. The perception of a distant God can hinder personal growth, diverting our attention away from our core selves and obstructing the discovery of our own inner divine essence. This singular God, known by more than 70 names, including Allah and Jehovah, must be understood as residing within. While some individuals may identify as atheists, dismissing spirituality altogether, others have constructed their own interpretations of the divine. Perhaps you visualize God as a kindly elder residing in the heavens, or maybe you perceive a cold, mechanical force devoid of warmth. Alternatively, God might be an abstract principle, a religious concept embraced intellectually. Regardless of how you define the divine, your understanding mirrors your current spiritual journey and the level of inner comprehension you've achieved. Nevertheless, human evolution consistently propels us to aspire for more, urging us not to settle in complacency, but to continually seek. Members of the Sanam Man Brotherhood have shifted away from blind faith, favoring a faith grounded in reason and heartfelt conviction. They have learned, through the teachings of ascended masters, that God resides within the very essence of humanity, waiting to be discovered. This inner divinity, akin to the guardian angel of various traditions, has patiently watched over us throughout eternity, fostering our growth until we are equipped to nurture our own souls. At present, this inner presence invigorates us, channeling life-giving energy from the crown of our heads and rooting it deep within our being. In our hearts lies a profound reservoir of power and potential, along with myriad opportunities and experiences tailored for our growth. God embodies love, unwavering in his support for his evolving children on earth, never resorting to punishment. My understanding of the divine is intricately entwined with our individual subconscious, where an innate awareness reveals the presence of a unique, individualized spark within each of us, our inner divine master, ever accessible in times of need. When we find ourselves in distress, we often call out, "My God, help me!" Yet the deeper truth we hold is that we should unite in our plea, "Our God, help us." However, this collective recognition eludes many because instinctively we grasp the reality that we are the culmination of countless lifetimes, each imparting wisdom that silently emerges when necessary. Indeed, there exists in our God, a magnificent cosmic being, embodying both masculine and feminine energies, that resides in the great central sun. This divine intelligence orchestrates the vast systems and realms under its supreme direction. Within us dwells the I Am presence, our internal master, synonymous with the Christ force that beats within every human heart. In its essence, it parallels a king who delegates authority to his prime minister, managing affairs on the earthly plane where his royal stature cannot intervene. Both the sovereign and his minister operate in seamless harmony, united in their leadership. For the omnipotent heavenly presence, nothing is beyond reach. Our personal Father shares all of his attributes and capabilities with humanity, driven by an endless love for his incarnated children. Yet to access these divine gifts, humanity must engage in the pursuit of them. Perfection unveils itself through struggle, invoked by calling upon the divine force within. When obstacles seem insurmountable and illusions cloud our path, it is essential to activate this inner power. Free will necessitates that we acknowledge and summon the divine presence. Without this conscious call, intervention remains elusive, even amidst life's greatest trials. Ask, and you shall receive. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be opened, stands as a profound legal truth, a reminder that one must actively seek to receive. As Jesus affirmed, "The Father within me does his works. On my own, I am powerless." This statement emphasizes man's role as an instrument in the grand design of spiritual evolution. To ascend, we are called to surrender to this mighty inner force. The love of our Father fulfills every need, safeguards us in peril, and enhances our capacity to understand the depths of existence. To achieve mastery over the external world, one must first grapple with the human aspect of oneself, the lower self. It is essential to embrace this side in order to embody the ideal of perfection that lies within us from the moment we are born. Only through this journey can we truly inherit the powerful legacy of our higher nature and serve our inner divinity, through whom we exist and draw breath. When should we heed this inner voice of guidance? We ought to listen and respond whenever uplifting and constructive thoughts or feelings arise. All that is luminous and ideal springs from our divine nature, while everything destructive or conflicting emerges from the limitations of the ego. This human persona, often inflated with pride, insists on its own self-sufficiency and believes it has all the answers. Obedience can also be found in following the gentle nudges of the heart, rather than solely relying on the intellect. To cultivate this connection with the Father, we must nurture it with sincerity and persistence, forging a steadfast link that grants us strength, wisdom, vitality, and inspiration at the most opportune moments. This can be accomplished through regular practice of contemplation and meditation, as we consciously honor the supreme source of all life and express our gratitude for the blessings bestowed upon us. Human beings serve as self-sufficient conduits of life, continuously receiving divine energy. This essence flows unceasingly, like a golden ray of light entering through the crown of the head and anchoring itself in the heart. Although this potent life force is under our control, many remain unaware of its presence. This mighty stream of life is accessible every instant, whether we are awake or dreaming. Only when we misuse our energy and allow the temple of our body to fall into decay does the divine presence withdraw this flow, leading our physical form to disintegrate. Ultimately, the only true demise of a person lies in the dissolution of the body. The energy itself perpetually courses through other vehicles from which we draw existence, continuing onward in higher dimensions. The phrase "I am" possesses incredible power, capable of commanding energy to manifest either positivity or negativity. Therefore, one must tread carefully with thoughts and words associated with this declaration. Each "I am" statement is inherently potent. Upon receiving energy through the crown chakra, the mind immediately qualifies it with ideas, concepts, and expressions, which in turn activate that energy to fulfill these commands, often beyond our conscious awareness. As creators, humans must recognize that their mental commands are unerringly enforced, thus underscoring the necessity of mindfulness in our speech and thought. Be mindful of your words and thoughts. They hold significant power. Avoid uttering commands that could lead to disastrous outcomes simply by bringing them into existence. Allowing your mind to meander unchecked serves only to undermine your well-being. Once you articulate a thought or intention, the energy is set in motion to manifest it. While affirmations can evoke positivity and blessings, negative expressions can unleash chaos and suffering, giving rise to conflicts and a host of problems. When you declare, "I am," you invite beauty and perfection into your life. Conversely, uttering "I am not" slams shut the door to hope and possibility. Humanity wields a formidable ability known as the power of the word. In truth, the personal self possesses nothing independently. Even the physical form is a gift from the great master presence, the divine source. Regardless of how the gifts of life are wielded, there is a singular source of goodness, which is the individualized presence we each hold. To free ourselves from misfortune, calamity, or adversity, we must embrace the profound power of this divine presence. Every morning and evening, take a moment to relax and center yourself within your heart space. Once you find your inner tranquility, recite this affirmation: I recognize, accept, and bless the fullness of the mighty, omnipresent energy of God. I am aligned with the radiant Christ, and today I call upon this to activate the truth, beauty, and perfection that exists within my divine plan. Dear divine presence within me, I willingly accept and embrace the flowing, renewing, and energizing power that continuously surges through my physical being to restore perfect health. I commit to moderating my emotions and keeping my human desires in check, allowing the light's power to flow through me. This practice of acknowledging and welcoming the divine presence within aligns you with your higher self, facilitating a harmonious existence with the true essence of who you are, thereby aiding you in realizing the full extent of your divine potential in the world. Lesson 17 reveals the spiritual key to academic success. A positive mental and emotional mindset is essential. Several negative conditions can obstruct a student's performance, often leading to poor results in exams. These obstacles are frequently self-inflicted, born from accepting external influences like the judgments and opinions of others, which can undermine confidence and set the stage for failure. When it comes to exams, approaching them with trepidation or dread effectively sets you on a path towards failure, as fear draws to you that which you wish to avoid. Instead, walk into your examination with an unwavering belief in your success and a resolute determination to achieve your goals. A student grappling with personal challenges may find themselves unable to master all the necessary material, leaving them feeling overwhelmed and ill-prepared. In such moments, It's vital to release the tension and place faith in a higher power, embracing the notion that everything will unfold as it should. By summoning your divine essence, exuding self-assurance, and anticipating positive outcomes with unwavering belief, you'll foster a better state of mind. Emotions like anxiety and insecurity can severely undermine exam performance. Much like fear can serve as a twisted version of faith when directed towards negative outcomes, self-doubt can unwittingly invite failure. True faith extends beyond deep-seated religious beliefs. It encompasses a steadfast confidence in oneself and an unwavering trust in one's abilities. When a student is besieged by tension, their mind can become a blank slate, rendering even the most thoroughly studied concepts elusive. To counter this, the student must embrace calmness, elevate their energy, and tap into their inner divine presence. It's crucial to attain mental serenity and emotional confidence, especially in times of crisis. For instance, after an exam concludes, students often experience a resurgence of memory, realizing forgotten equations or concepts they struggled with just moments before. But sadly, this clarity often comes too late. The atmosphere of an exam can bear the weight of the instructor's energy. If the test is crafted with a focus on challenging sections, especially those areas where the students exhibited disinterest, the inherent stress can further exacerbate a student's anxiety. When students enter an exam room troubled by fear, their vibrations may dwindle. The instructor's intentions, intertwined with these feelings, can set the stage for difficulties. However, it's important not to harbor resentment towards the instructor or judge them harshly. Instead, offer them your goodwill and wish for their best qualities to shine through. If they seem distant, that perception might stem from your own feelings. By surrounding them with compassion and understanding, you'll often find a supportive ally in return. Recognizing the goodness in others tends to reflect back into your own life, while dwelling on negativity will only breed further disturbances around you. As Connie Mendes wisely noted, when you focus on positivity, it will return to you multiplied. Ultimately, the very essence of success and failure hinges on the vibrations we cultivate and the mindset we choose to nurture. Personal challenges are not dictated by external factors. Rather, they stem from within. This profound metaphysical truth reminds us not to assign blame to others, our surroundings, or circumstances when grappling with difficulties. The onus lies solely on us for the happenings in our lives, whether on a personal, familial, or environmental level. Those who cultivate calmness and tranquility are rewarded with serenity, while those engulfed by fear and anxiety, anticipating the worst, inevitably draw negativity into their lives. Embracing responsibility is an inescapable part of the journey. Merely passing an exam isn't a license to evade accountability or indulge in laziness. Individuals who act in such a manner fail to align with the laws of success, resulting in their inevitable downfall, as they haven't exerted the required effort. To ensure the desired outcomes, one must embrace their responsibilities and commit to diligent study. It's essential to shun any form of dishonesty, such as cheating or seeking shortcuts, as these deceptive practices are ultimately futile. A true student, aspiring for success, must embody clarity of mind and purity of heart, steadfast in their quest for what is right. Maintaining an optimistic outlook is vital. Guard against even the slightest whisper of doubt regarding your capabilities or the difficulty of the exam. Cast aside these unhelpful thoughts before they can take root in your psyche. Acknowledge and invite the divine presence that resides within you, your educators, and fellow students. This loving energy will help ensure a favorable outcome. Gratitude is a powerful tool. Remember to express appreciation before and after the examination. A thankful heart is deserving of honors and accolades. Thank you, Father, for listening to me. All will be well. As the exam approaches, students should center themselves, eliminating fear and fostering trust in their abilities. A positive mindset is paramount, along with a heartfelt invocation. Beloved presence of God within me, and dear Master, I honor you. I recognize you, bless you, and call upon you to bring forth perfection during this examination. I remain serene and at ease, affirming that all will proceed exceptionally well. Wrap yourself in the comforting mantle of truth, projecting this essence toward your instructor and fellow test takers. Visualize yourself as a beacon of victorious achievement, a perfect realization of potential. Invite the beloved Master Sanera to envelop the examination with the violet ray, transmuting any negativity surrounding the situation into uplifting energy, returning it to its rightful source for healing and transformation. In the vast expanse of the universe, our Earth resembles a grand cosmic academy, where each individual navigates the journey of learning and growth. Each moment here is a valuable lesson, meticulously designed by higher spiritual authorities and the soul itself. We do not exist by mere coincidence or whimsical fate. Rather, everyone enters this realm with a unique purpose and intention. When students prepare for their examinations, they should remind themselves of their divine presence, an empowering force guiding them through each challenge. As they step into the classroom, a radiant pink flame of divine love envelops them, harmonizing their energies and elevating their spirits. They ought to invoke the powerful light of wisdom that flows through their consciousness, awakening the cells of their brain responsible for executing their tasks with excellence. Gratitude fills the space as they acknowledge the support of their higher divine essence. Each life phase here serves as a classroom of its own, a graduate course in the journey of the soul. For some, Earth feels like elementary school, a place for foundational lessons. For others, it could be akin to high school or university, where more complex skills are honed. The stars above do not simply twinkle in the vast firmament. They stand as unique schools, each imparting knowledge to those inhabiting their realms, offering experiences that stretch beyond the earthly existence. As souls incarnate, they engage with karma, understanding their past missteps and striving to rectify them. Each person carries debts, the echoes of previous wrongs, and life on earth provides the platform to address these obligations. With every breath, they embark on the path of evolution, a relentless push forward in their journey toward greater understanding and compassion. In this cosmic classroom, lessons extend beyond the immediate. They unfold within the intricacies of experience, teaching us to elevate our mental and emotional states. Embracing the law of free will, we actively shape our destinies, each decision taken as a step toward our spiritual growth. The essence of our being is an eternal student, continuously progressing in the magnificent saga of existence, never static, and always reaching for enlightenment. Life's challenges and struggles can often be seen as stepping stones, a series of tests each individual must navigate to elevate themselves beyond the ordinary and ultimately attain a higher state of existence, a state some might call superhuman. When one has shed the weight of material desires, transcended selfish inclinations, and embraced a profound love for all creation, ascension becomes possible. In this transformative process, the soul leaves the confines of this world, carrying forward a physical form that has now been metamorphosed into light. This marks the end of the cycle of reincarnation for that particular soul. It no longer returns as an infant, but instead continues its journey in elevated realms and dimensions. This profound transformation was notably exemplified by the Master Jesus on the hills of Bethany nearly 2 millennia ago. His life serves as a beacon for all souls, a reminder that what he accomplished is within everyone's reach. "What I do, you can do, and even greater things," he proclaimed. He positioned himself as the way, the truth, and the life, inviting others to follow his path. Ascension, it turns out, is far from being a unique privilege bestowed only upon Jesus. It's a universal law and a necessary right for every soul. Eventually, all beings must traverse the path of initiation and leave the earthly plane behind. Reincarnation in this material realm is not the solitary route available. Every soul will encounter a day when their cycle concludes, much like a student graduating from university to become a doctor, enhancing their life and environment in the process. Similarly, a soul that successfully navigates its tests and trials is rewarded with an extraordinary transformation and an ascension to a higher state of being. The so-called problems we face are, in essence, tests designed to help us evolve. They are initiations we must complete and examinations that facilitate our advancement from one level to another. While journeying through these life experiences, many fail to recognize their significance. This lack of understanding often stems from the absence of guidance, as few have been taught that these obstacles are vital components of personal evolution. If individuals were to grasp this concept, they might approach their challenges with heightened awareness, perhaps even conquering them with exceptional success. In the pursuit of growth, entering the silence through contemplation becomes a profound and invaluable practice. This meditative state acts as a potent form of prayer, able to quiet the mind, soothe the emotions, and relax the physical body. It offers a sacred connection to the highest aspect of ourselves, the divine source of all wisdom and power. This divine presence, often referred to as the I Am, is the energy in motion, ever present within and around us. It embodies love, intelligence, willpower, and all the qualities that we, as human beings, hold, the gifts generously bestowed upon us by this supreme entity. The guiding light of our presence is always with us, serving as the very essence of life. Engaging consciously with this presence is crucial for unlocking abundant gifts, strength, vitality, and insight that pave the way to a successful and fulfilling life. Without this inner radiance, one wanders through existence much like a blind person, perpetually tripping over obstacles and tumbling into traps. Life operates under its own laws, and if we fail to deliberately seek direction from higher spiritual forces, we will struggle to attain true greatness. Picture a sprawling reservoir that sustains a city. If its entry points are nearly shut or its pipes suffer from clogs, precious little water will flow to provide for the residents' daily needs. This analogy applies to our lives as well. When our channels of communication with the Supreme Presence, our Celestial Father, and the origin of all we desire, are obstructed, we hinder the flow of essential energy needed for our well-being. Such blockages arise because individuals often overlook the inner layers of their being, mental and emotional instruments that are plagued with neglect and grime. These obstructions prevent the healing light, support, and protection that the Divine Presence offers. Thus, it is vital to consciously work at clearing these channels. We must acknowledge, embrace, and express sincere gratitude to our Supreme Father for the myriad gifts that have granted us life through the ages. Contemplation stands as a powerful spiritual practice, enabling us to forge a deliberate connection with this divine presence. It allows us to access a magical force that gradually liberates us from our limits and suffering. Engaging in contemplation brings numerous benefits: enhanced health, cellular rejuvenation, and an improved physical appearance, thanks to the influx of energy from above that gushes freely when the gates are opened. This vital energy often manifests as warmth coursing through the body, a delightful tingling at the crown of the head, and sensations in the palms during meditation. In these moments, receiving energy becomes more attainable, clearing a cluttered mind, calming racing thoughts, and illuminating solutions to pressing challenges. Contemplation fosters peace and equilibrium, and those who engage in it regularly tend to exude a calm demeanor and emotional stability, easily warding off despair. They radiate positive energy, enveloping others in a cocoon of serenity. Yet, the most profound and transcendent outcome of contemplation is the awakening of the inner Christ, the divine spark within us all. Nestled within the core of every individual lies a profound essence. This is not merely the religious figure of Jesus Christ, but rather a manifestation of the Holy Trinity that resides in each one of us. Each person embodies this divine Trinity, intricately woven together. When the inner Christ awakens, a transformation begins. Individuals embark on a spiritual journey, feeling empowered with newfound wisdom, strength, and self-regulation. Conversely, those who have yet to nurture this internal seed of Christ resemble untamed creatures, their lives governed by raw instincts, fleeting emotions, and unrefined thoughts. They navigate life much like automatons, caught in a repetitive cycle of eating, sleeping, working, watching television, and participating in a myriad of mundane distractions that populate the lives of many unaware souls. The true elevation of humanity is dependent upon igniting the inner Christ, the inner master brimming with wisdom and potential. This radiant force illuminates the life of each person, offering blessings and prosperity while anchoring itself in the physical existence. United with the divine presence, the Father, the first aspect of the Trinity, the Christ embodies supreme energy, achieving a union of power and glory. Without this inner Christ, one can feel like a misguided wanderer in the wilds of ignorance, like a child lost in the throes of confusion. Yet, through the presence of Christ, a person can ascend to become the highest expression of creation. As the beloved Master Sanjam wisely instructs, those who engage in contemplative practices and actively strive to awaken their inner Christ will find themselves among my legionnaires, often receiving guidance from my essence. Lesson 20 emphasizes the importance of shielding your inner sanctum. When you retreat into a space intended for tranquility, whether it's to read, rest, or focus on any task, the first step is to close the door. This action acts as a barrier against disturbances, ensuring you are not interrupted by voices calling out or unwanted visitors, allowing you to immerse yourself in your work undisturbed. Without these boundaries, conversations, noises, and other intrusions can shatter your concentration and derail your endeavors. This same principle carries weight in spiritual practices. To garner meaningful results during meditation or contemplation, it is essential to first shut out the chaos of the external world and delve into your own serene interior. This preparation fosters an environment where your mind can find calmness, relaxation, and clarity. If one enters a meditative state without establishing such boundaries, they run the risk of encountering needless interruptions that could easily be avoided through mindful preparation. Just as you create a quiet space for tangible tasks, so too must you cultivate a sanctuary for your spirit, one where deep reflection can take root and flourish. Just as you wouldn't allow your front door to swing wide open for any unwelcome guest to stroll in and disrupt your life, it is equally crucial to safeguard your inner sanctuary when you seek moments of silence and reflection. By drawing the curtain on the chaos of the outside world, you invite a sense of tranquility within yourself. This stillness nurtures your human essence, allowing you to relax and channel your focus inward, shielding yourself from disturbances and distractions that threaten your peace. Finding that inner hush is essential. It's in this serene space that clarity begins to unfold. To create a protective barrier around yourself, consider invoking the electronic shield of the Divine Presence, also known as the I Am. The electronic circle, as taught by the revered Master Sanj, serves a vital role in this sanctuary. Additionally, it's important to safeguard the boundaries of your aura, guarding against any disruptive influences that may seep in from the astral plane. This practice cultivates a profound electronic energy, invisible yet incredibly potent, forming a radiant wall akin to a luminous crystal that guards against unwanted intrusions. We are, after all, children of the light, thriving within it and drawing strength from its essence. Every seeker within the greater brotherhood of Sanj embodies this truth and is lovingly guided by the masters of the ascended hierarchy, including Sanj himself and his twin flame known in the material world as Kani Mendez. Light, as the ultimate force, dwells in every human heart, nourishing life itself. This conscious energy is pivotal. It creates instant perfection and knows no barriers, guiding us unerringly toward harmony. When we beckon the light into our lives, imperfections dissolve and discord becomes obsolete. The light sweeps away the shadows of error, reinstates balance, and inundates everything with its vast power. Consider the experience of stepping into a dim, unfamiliar room. Feelings of unease and trepidation grip you. Yet as soon as you flick on the light switch, those shadows retreat, and peace reestablishes itself. This same phenomenon occurs on a spiritual level when the light is called forth. Lower energies dissipate, and dilemmas seem to unravel. Light embodies the very essence of life itself. It is the brilliant nucleus at the heart of every atom that constitutes the physical form, where perfection eternally resides. Nevertheless, the tumultuous thoughts and emotions of humanity encircle that pure light like a thick fog of imperfection, eclipsing what is inherently whole. This accumulation forms the bedrock of the disturbances and hardships we experience in our lives. Deep down, each thing that exists is pure light, and any discord present is merely a byproduct of human creation. The concept of free will can often be misused, as each individual on this planet carries a shell of imperfections that obscures their inner brightness. This shroud of darkness envelops humanity, creating a pressing need for a thorough purification, allowing the radiant light within to emerge once again. Our suffering is rooted in what we often label as ugliness, evil, and selfishness, simply layers of obscurity that disguise the perfect light inherent in all of us. We are, at our essence, beings of light, and it is crucial that we remember this truth, prompting us to undertake the urgent task of self-purification. All existence is born of light, the universal essence from which every living and non-living thing emerges. It is the foundation of all that is, the supreme force circulating through both the physical realm and the vast cosmos. Without this mighty light, nothing could stand. Everything emanates from the great electronic light, which saturates every facet of creation. The governing principle of life throughout the universe is the law of light. Our very existence and being dwell within this illuminating force, as nothing can thrive outside of its embrace. The darker side of existence, often labeled evil, is merely the deficiency of light, an energy that relentlessly seeks to create chaos and disturbances. This darker polarity has been referred to as the sinister force, though some might connect it to concepts found in religious texts, such as hell and demons. However, these images represent simply discarnate beings existing within the lower astral plane, entities that have not evolved far beyond this realm. The astral plane, also known as the fourth dimension, is where souls transition after what we term death, comprised of 7 distinct levels. On the journey to self-discovery, many individuals grapple with tuning in to their inner wisdom. The subtle voice of our divine presence often goes unheard, drowned out by the cacophony of the world outside. Focused on the distractions that life presents, we frequently overlook the gentle yet powerful nudges that guide us toward our rightful path. To genuinely hear this inner voice, it is essential to cultivate a state of stillness and silence, the external noise around us. Just as one would lower the music to hear a phone ringing in the next room, calming the mind and redirecting attention inward is vital to connecting with that whisper of wisdom. To connect with your divine essence, it's not about making a grand statement. Rather, it's about tuning into a quiet intuition, a gentle nudge that steers you toward your highest potential. Throughout time, visionary leaders and thinkers like Gandhi, Edison, and Joan of Arc have achieved remarkable feats by heeding this subtle inner voice. This voice, which embodies your divine self, reveals itself through intuition, gut feelings, and gentle impulses, each a method through which your higher self communicates. Trusting these internal signals, even when they seem to defy logic, often leads to the most favorable outcomes. Yet, it requires practice to hone this skill. With consistent meditation or deep contemplation, you will gradually tune into this inner voice more clearly. Approach this practice with an open heart and without the pressure of expecting profound revelations or clear auditory guidance. Often, divine nudges appear as calm thoughts or insights that resonate with your core. Remember that anything evoking confusion, anxiety, or fear does not stem from your divine essence. Genuine guidance is invariably joyful, lucid, and serene. If answers don't come immediately, release your grip on them during meditation. Frequently, solutions emerge when you least anticipate, often while you're engaged in everyday activities. The key to leading a life filled with wisdom and grace lies in learning to identify and trust your inner voice. This journey entails forging a close, dependable connection with your inner self, from which the answers will nurture a life of meaning and fulfillment, contrasting the reliance on external influences. Lesson 22 highlights the struggle between illumination and distraction. As you embark on a spiritual quest, particularly after periods of inertia or confusion, it's vital to remain resolute and alert. Many who discover the teachings of the Sanjam Brotherhood have traversed various spiritual levels in previous lives, shifting from one religion, philosophy, or esoteric path to another. By the time they arrive at this juncture, they are at the peak of their spiritual ladder, yet it's here that the stakes are most significant. If one allows external distractions to jeopardize their purpose, the chance for spiritual growth may evaporate. It's sadly common for committed seekers of the light to launch their journey with determination, only to stumble as the external world begins to encroach, be it through an unexpected visitor, sudden health issues, family disagreements, or the tempting allure of social engagements. In moments of urgency and distraction, the allure of worldly concerns can become overwhelmingly significant, leading individuals to gradually push aside their spiritual practices. Over time, their initial drive to seek enlightenment diminishes, ultimately fading away as if it never existed. But what is the reason behind such a shift? The reality is that these individuals are often met with external forces that steer them away from their spiritual journey, keeping them tethered to the material realm, ensnared by superficial distractions. Unbeknownst to them, the true conflict resides in not surrendering their power to these external diversions. Human beings possess an inherent superiority over their circumstances, capable of transcending them, but this strength requires acknowledgement and conscious effort. When one fixates on distractions instead of dissolving them, they inadvertently empower those very diversions. The key lies in prioritizing spiritual pursuits above everything else. Understanding that when the spiritual is nurtured first, the material aspects of life tend to align more effortlessly. This means that addressing spiritual needs should come before grappling with temporal challenges, allowing the wisdom gained through spiritual practice to guide one through even the most daunting of situations. If a challenge arises that hinders a student's dedication to their spiritual practice, they should affirm their commitment to the light before succumbing to the weight of their problems. By consistently and calmly focusing on their spiritual obligations, they will find that the rest of their affairs begin to harmonize naturally. Advancing on the spiritual path demands a blend of effort, persistence, discipline, and willpower. That which comes too easily often slips away just as swiftly, making it crucial to recognize the profound worth of spiritual teachings. Otherwise, their essence may be lost, perhaps for an extended period. Two primary sources of interference exist in this journey. The first arises from the transformative times we currently inhabit. The earth is advancing towards a momentous awakening, as all lower, imperfect conditions that have long kept humanity mired in ignorance and suffering are undergoing a radical transmutation. As a grand cosmic cycle spanning 14,000 years draws to a close, we stand at the threshold of a new era, necessitating the clearing of the old to make way for the fresh. Yet, such a transition is seldom smooth. A fierce struggle brews between the forces of light and darkness, with the latter resisting change vehemently. These shadowy influences operate insidiously, employing individuals, both consciously and unconsciously, as instruments to obstruct those who are striving to elevate their inner light. Students devoted to the path of enlightenment may find themselves particularly in the crosshairs of these opposing forces. Awareness and preparation are crucial in warding off potential disruptions. One of the principal obstacles to spiritual growth is the opposition from the lower self, the human ego. This ego, clinging to its reign after years of dominance, senses a looming threat from the higher self and resorts to distractions and justifications, attempting to impede the individual's spiritual advancement. To navigate these hurdles, one must cultivate inner strength through discipline and perseverance. Consider spiritual evolution as an arduous ascent up a mountain. Those who linger too long, captivated by the breathtaking views, risk losing focus on the pinnacle ahead. To reach the ultimate destination, one must maintain a steady and relentless effort, remaining vigilant against any interference that may hinder progress. In Lesson 23, we delve into the teachings of the Sanjman, articulated and expanded by Connie Mendes. The core principles of this philosophy hail directly from the radiant realms of light, home to the ascended masters of the White Brotherhood. Foremost among these guides is Sanj, the avatar of the New Age, entrusted with the sacred mission of shepherding Earth's spiritual evolution since the dawn of the Age of Aquarius in 1954. Long before that, in 1945, Sanj, through Connie Mendes, whom the Masters of Light called Juana Maria de la Concepcion, brought forth a profound yet accessible Christian metaphysical doctrine into our realm. This teaching, supported wholeheartedly by the White Brotherhood, is a beacon intended to uplift the consciousness of Earth's inhabitants. Saint Germain assumes a pivotal role in our spiritual journey over the next 2 millennia. The planet adheres to cosmic cycles spanning 2,000 years, each overseen by a master of wisdom. During the previous era, known as the Age of Pisces, the Master Jesus played a vital role in guiding humanity's spiritual progress, giving rise to what we know as Christianity. Yet as all things evolve in a spiraling ascent, Sanj now leads this ongoing journey into the Age of the Violet Flame. Our metaphysical teachings stem not only from the remarkable writings of Connie Mendez, but also from direct transmissions by the Masters of Wisdom of the White Brotherhood, conveyed through highly evolved spiritual channels. Connie Mendez laid the cornerstone of a transformative movement when she established the Sanjan Brotherhood in Caracas in 1945. For countless years thereafter, she dedicated herself to the propagation of these profound teachings through engaging lectures, insightful conferences, and the training of adept guides. The Masters, ever present in their wisdom, have consistently communicated through channels, with Sanjan and Ju playing a pivotal role in this divine instrumentation as they united for the greater good. What we offer through our metaphysical teachings transcends the boundaries of mere psychic phenomena. Our channels do not lose themselves in trance-like states or connect with the astral realm. Instead, they reach out to the higher dimensions inhabited by the ascended masters. This ensures that our work remains pure, free from psychic vulnerabilities that could potentially mislead or harm. The ripple effect of Connie Mendez's dedication has been nothing short of extraordinary. Her pioneering spirit sowed seeds of enlightenment that have flourished abundantly. Each person who dives into her remarkable yet accessible works embarks on a journey of awakening, captivated by the high vibrational energy radiating from her texts that resonate deeply with the soul. According to the law of vibration, readers are magnetically drawn into the movement, eager to integrate and embody these teachings in their everyday lives. Guided meticulously by the Masters, Connie Mendez entered this world with a clear mission: to impart and popularize the Sanjan teachings for South America and beyond. During her path, she found mentorship under esteemed spiritual figures such as E.M.T. Fox, the founder of the Unity Movement, and Guy Ballard, renowned for his dissemination of Sanjan's teachings regarding the sacred name I Am and the transformative nature of the violet flame. Yet, Connie's influence reached far beyond her instructors, opening gateways to a broader understanding that surpassed biblical confines to acknowledge the ascended masters of the White Brotherhood. Through her journey, she reawakened her esoteric abilities and extrasensory perception, receiving direct guidance from Sanjera for a remarkable 2-year stretch, free from any intermediary interference. To safeguard her from psychic disturbances, her chakras were sealed, a precaution that extended to all those chosen for significant missions in the human realm. The roots of these teachings extend back to the ancient esoteric wisdom of Enoch, whom Connie venerates as the father of metaphysics. Known through various identities including Hermes Trismegistus in Greece and Thoth in Egypt, this wisdom continues to resonate today, illuminating the path for those seeking higher truth and understanding. In the ancient lands of Phoenicia, Cadmos revered the profound wisdom of Enoch, particularly the 7 fundamental laws that govern the universe. This knowledge serves as the bedrock for the metaphysical teachings we share today, lessons that have endured through the ages, enriched by the insights of figures like Connie Mendez. These teachings act as a guiding light for humanity, offering tools and wisdom to those eager to elevate their consciousness and connect with the divine. Within the framework of Lesson 24, the essence of communication reveals itself, understanding when to speak and when to embrace silence. Silence is more than just a void of sound. It embodies the mastery of words, the ability to wield them thoughtfully and purposefully. Words possess an extraordinary power. They are not mere sounds, but rather vivid declarations that can shape our realities. When faced with anger, a moment of impulse often urges a harsh response. However, a simple deep breath can create a barrier between our turbulent emotions and the words we utter. This act of pause can prevent us from unleashing hurtful expressions that, once spoken, may come back to us, intensified and toxic, causing harm primarily to ourselves. Silence can take many forms, but not all are commendable. Remaining silent out of indifference, fear, or lethargy during critical moments serves no purpose and can accumulate karmic debts, burdens that, when the time comes, may perturb us in our hour of need. Failing to voice what matters can weigh heavily on one's spirit, leaving a sense of regret that could have been easily avoided. Moreover, silence rooted in selfishness, where one benefits materially by withholding words, is a deceptive refuge, a sanctuary that ultimately erodes one's integrity. Similarly, Silence born of cowardice deprives both ourselves and others of necessary truths, perpetuating harm instead of healing. In contrast, true silence can signify wisdom and prudence, a protective shield for your thoughts and aspirations against the doubt and negativity that might otherwise cloud them. By keeping your plans to yourself, you insulate them from the critical voices that could undermine them before they even begin to take flight. There exists a sacred silence, too, especially when navigating conversations about one's beliefs. Not everyone is ready to absorb higher truths. Sharing such insights with an unprepared audience can lead to misunderstanding, ridicule, or negativity. In these moments, the wisest approach is to speak only when prompted by those who are genuinely seeking knowledge, drawn to you not just by your words, but by the resonance of your very being. Finally, learning to listen is a rare skill, one that few truly master. The individual who listens with intention, who hears without the impulse to interrupt, gains profound wisdom and insight, uncovering layers of understanding that often lie hidden beneath the surface of spoken exchanges. Conversely, those who chatter incessantly often reveal more than they intend, sometimes unwittingly delving into the depths of their own psyche. There is immense wisdom in the quiet. In stillness, one uncovers invaluable truths. A seeker of spiritual enlightenment, a metaphysician, must vigilantly protect themselves against the pitfalls of criticism. To criticize is to invite negativity back upon oneself, as the energy we emit tends to circle back. In environments thick with hostility, it is essential to hold your tongue, maintain your calm, and rise above the fray. Utilize metaphysical affirmations or meditations to disband any toxic energy, invoking serenity and harmony. Yet, if you struggle to keep your composure, especially at the outset of your journey, sometimes the wisest course is to simply extricate yourself from the negativity. Such dissonant vibrations can leave you feeling uneasy, particularly as your spiritual growth has elevated you beyond these lower energies. Truly wise expressions mark authentic spiritual development. Those who flaunt their wisdom while speaking thoughtlessly fail to recognize the law of mentalism. This principle asserts that our thoughts shape our realities. Without comprehension or application of this law, progress along the spiritual path remains elusive, mired instead in an entanglement of intellectual debris that leads to nowhere significant. Remember, the intellect is but a tool, a servant, and should never be mistaken for the sovereign. Lesson 25. A route to divine connection lies in cultivating true inner silence, a vital component of spiritual evolution. We must practice calming our minds, easing our bodies, and quieting the incessant demands of the outside world. It is within this physical stillness, through self-discipline and inner tranquility, that we begin to unveil the truth residing within us, establishing a bridge to divine power. The noise and chaos of the external world ensnare us in the illusions of sensory perceptions and the chase for material success, clouding our vision and numbing our senses. Our priorities become warped, and our foundations can shatter, often leading to a stark awakening designed to stir a response. Therefore, it's crucial to carve out time daily for contemplation, even if just for a mere 10 minutes. This practice enables us to tap into a state of inner serenity, emerging with renewed vigor, clarity, and a profound awareness of our surroundings. It is within this silence that true knowledge and power reside, a wellspring of deep understanding waiting to be accessed. Endless possibilities exist for navigating any dilemma, and mastering the art of self-soothing during pivotal moments serves as a magical key to achievement. This key unlocks the gates to celestial energy and strength, while letting anger, anxiety, or negativity creep in only obstructs these forces, drawing in more of what we wish to evade. Those who yearn for joy and liberation from distress must nurture their inner tranquility and maintain self-control. Stepping into inner stillness is not an act of idleness. It is a deliberate sanctuary designed to harness divine energy. By connecting with this inner reservoir of strength, we approach our outer challenges with enhanced assurance and clarity. In the hush of silence, solutions reveal themselves, guiding us toward wise choices and away from errors. Creative souls, artists, musicians, writers, and innovators comprehend that genuine inspiration stems from within. This deep well of creativity is illuminated by an inner divine presence, Without this synergy, their creations may lack the richness and brilliance they seek. To truly access this guiding voice, one must mute the clamor of the outside world, just as one needs a quiet space to fully appreciate the themes woven into a good book. Learning to cherish solitude is an invaluable skill that fosters introspection, creativity, and peace of mind. Not everyone is adept at being alone. Solitude may feel discomforting for some, while others might retreat too deeply, losing touch with the world. Striking a balance is crucial, interacting with society while also carving out time for personal reflection, free from self-judgment. Even within the hustle of daily life, be it while commuting, at work, or enjoying a stroll through nature, we can seize fleeting moments of silence to link with the divine essence inside us. Immersing ourselves in serene, natural surroundings, far removed from the chaos of crowded venues, revitalizes our connection to our innermost selves. The tranquility of nature nurtures meditation and draws us nearer to the divine. It is vital to keep our spiritual encounters private, especially from those who may not grasp or value them. Sharing these experiences with care can uplift and motivate others, yet each individual's path is profoundly personal and cannot be measured against another's. By safeguarding these experiences, we ensure they continue to serve as a foundation for our personal development and spiritual awakening. Now, let's delve into the theme of healing through forgiveness. Often seen merely as a moral or religious duty, an altruistic act undertaken simply because it is deemed virtuous, this conventional perspective on forgiveness falls short. It overlooks the deeper motivations driving our need to forgive, not only for those we absolve, but also for ourselves. The human heart is complex, and understanding the full significance of forgiveness is crucial for true healing. Letting go of past grievances can be one of the hardest challenges, especially when one feels a deep sense of betrayal. Yet, the essence of forgiveness transcends the mere act itself. It is a formidable catalyst for liberation. This powerful process enables individuals to release not only their anger, but also the heavy chains of resentment and the never-ending quest for retribution. Those who cling to grudges often find themselves caught in a relentless cycle, obsessively replaying the injustices they've endured. The pursuit of revenge might seem justified, but this mindset only traps them in a web of continued suffering. Anger and hatred are burdensome. They snatch away inner tranquility and wreak havoc on mental and physical well-being. The toxic energy of resentment, rather than fading away, grows, returning to the originator like a tornado, amplifying distress within the mind, body, and spirit. Chronic stress, illness, and other severe health woes often spring from this emotional turmoil. Genuine forgiveness entails more than just absolving others of their wrongdoings. It is fundamentally about liberating oneself from this toxic spiral of negativity. By embracing forgiveness, one diverts the torrent of negative energy, sparing oneself from further emotional and physical damage. This act isn't a passive gesture. It actively confronts and dismantles the internal negativity, making space for peace to flourish. It's insufficient merely to resist the urge for revenge. One must truly relinquish the hurt and anger on both cognitive and emotional levels. This process involves addressing the person or situation with compassion, saying, "I forgive you, not just for your benefit, but as a necessary step for my own well-being." Such a mindset can dissolve bitterness, paving the path to genuine healing and inner serenity. However, the concept of forgiveness is often misunderstood. Many believe they have forgiven, yet continue to dwell on their grievances. If memories of the offense still stir feelings of anger and pain, true forgiveness remains out of reach. Authentic forgiveness is not just about letting go on the surface. It should also include the release of negative emotions associated with those memories. The phrase, "I forgive, but I won't forget," presents a contradiction, suggesting that the wound is still raw and prevents complete healing. The rewards of sincere forgiveness are profound, primarily benefiting the one who forgives. This act fosters tranquility, lightens emotional burdens, and rejuvenates mental and physical health. In effect, it shields the forgiver against the corrosive impacts of lingering resentment, allowing for a renewed sense of purpose and peace in life. In the intricate dance of life, the act of forgiveness serves as a powerful antidote against the weight of negative karma. When one holds on to resentment, they unwittingly invite further strife into their existence. However, by choosing to forgive, individuals can firmly close the door on detrimental influences, paving the way for a more radiant and harmonious life. In contrast, those who remain shackled by anger and bitterness often find themselves ensnared in a cycle of misfortune, enduring poor health and perpetual strife. They unwittingly become conduits for negativity, quickening their decline across various facets of their lives. Thus, embracing forgiveness becomes crucial for anyone yearning for a life imbued with tranquility and joy. It's among the most daunting yet gratifying lessons that humanity has to offer. Forgiveness is not a commodity to be bartered or coerced through external pressures. It is a deliberate, voluntary endeavor that blossoms from a place of understanding and a genuine desire for personal and spiritual evolution. Consider the journey of transforming challenges through a heightened perspective. To swiftly ascend above obstacles, it is vital to elevate one's understanding, cultivating tolerance and inviting peace into the heart. When our view is confined, problems can appear trivial, prompting misunderstandings and friction. Yet, when we elevate our vantage point, whether metaphorically or literally, we begin to uncover a broader horizon, allowing us to comprehend the intricacies of our circumstances more thoroughly. In those moments when the path to forgiveness feels particularly daunting, this elevated understanding proves invaluable. As students of metaphysics, you carry insights that light the way, liberating you from the shackles of a limited mindset. Recognize that actions taken against you often arise from ignorance or a restricted understanding of one's spiritual journey. The law of cause and effect reminds us that everyone ultimately reaps the repercussions of their deeds, so it's wise to shift your focus away from the actions of others and concentrate on your own journey, knowing you are accountable solely for your choices before the karmic tribunal. True forgiveness often transcends words. If articulating forgiveness proves challenging, take solace in the fact that simply embodying that sentiment within your heart suffices to lift the burden. Refrain from stooping to the level of conflict or retaliatory behavior. Engaging in a cycle of insults or retaliations is counterproductive. Imagine, if you will, standing in the midst of a stampede of wild horses, arms outstretched. You would inevitably be engulfed and harmed. Instead, a wiser approach is to seek refuge above the fray, to climb a tree and observe as the tumultuous herd passes by. Similarly, when faced with negativity or animosity, strive to transcend the chaos, allowing it to flow beneath you without succumbing to its destructive energy. Negativity can envelop us like a thick fog, obstructing our path, but rising above it requires a serene resolve. When faced with such challenges, affirm to yourself, "I do not accept this, for it is not my truth. I do not want or need this, and I ascend above it." Call forth your divine presence, invoking divine order to manifest within your life. Equally important is the act of forgiving yourself. It is as crucial as extending forgiveness to others. A tranquil existence hinges on self-compassion, free from guilt or harsh self-judgment. Never berate yourself or label yourself as foolish, for such negative declarations burrow deep into your subconscious and can lead to unfavorable consequences. Self-pity is another shadow that can drain your spirit, weakening and demoralizing you without resolving the core issues at hand. Instead, take a moment to reflect on your missteps calmly. Invoke the law of forgiveness, a powerful ally in addressing past or present troubles with grace. Failing to seek this law can obstruct true resolution, as genuine forgiveness is vital for inviting divine assistance to help conquer life's trials. The law of forgiveness, when coupled with the energy of the violet flame and approached with determination, holds the power to transmute and eradicate previous misjudgments, liberating you from their weight. With deep love for this planet, the universal law of mercy accelerates this transformation, helping restore the world amid the chaos birthed from ignorance and the misuse of free will. To attain clarity, it is essential to adopt a broad perspective. A limited viewpoint tends to create errors and obstacles, as it constricts vision. Let go of personal biases and observe from a higher vantage point with objectivity. Those who draw too close to others, placing misplaced trust, risk being unintentionally exploited. Focusing narrowly on trivial details can obscure the larger picture, reminiscent of fixating on an ant while overlooking an elephant. However, once you find yourself on the back of the elephant, the ant's importance diminishes, losing its grip on your attention. Remember, genuine understanding flourishes with a wider perspective, and without this clarity, forgiveness becomes elusive. Much of the suffering we endure can be bypassed with a broader understanding, one that imparts clarity and wisdom, paving the way for authentic forgiveness and lasting peace. Lesson 28. Beyond material illusions. In the transient world we inhabit, happiness often feels like a fleeting whisper, molded by our desires and circumstances. Some equate joy with financial security and harmony within the family, while others discover it in the bliss of love and the union with their beloved. For a child, happiness might seem to shimmer just beyond the horizon, waiting to be grasped. The quest for happiness can sometimes be as straightforward as obtaining that long-coveted toy. However, for adults, the sources of joy become increasingly intricate and diverse. For a politician, happiness might be woven into the fabric of power and prestige, while those grappling with financial hardships often equate it with monetary wealth. Many women seek fulfillment through beauty and the admiration it brings, whereas others yearn for the ideal of perfect love. Happiness, as we perceive it, manifests in myriad forms, with each individual's joy resonating differently. The pursuit of happiness is a universal endeavor, sparked by a deep-seated longing for elevation and perfection. Yet, many fall into the trap of chasing this happiness through external avenues: money, sexual gratification, power, societal status, and the allure of material possessions. Time and again, these pursuits yield fleeting moments of satisfaction, leaving a hollow echo in their wake. True happiness lies not in the outer world, which is ever-changing and deceptive. Material successes, whether a luxurious home, a hefty bank account, or social acclaim, are temporary and can quickly become uninspiring. Genuine happiness is an inner state, inherently linked to tranquility, equilibrium, and a degree of spiritual enlightenment. This bliss emerges from a profound connection with our true self and the divine, where acts of selfless love, embodied by devoted mothers, compassionate healthcare workers, and passionate educators, bring one closer to this inner sanctuary of joy. Those who immerse themselves in their purpose and live authentically often experience a spiritual contentment that mirrors happiness on earth. Nevertheless, life's unavoidable challenges can obstruct the full experience of this happiness. The journey toward joy takes many forms, shaped by personal dreams and aspirations. Despite various setbacks, the human spirit clings to the hope of happiness. For while perfect joy might be an elusive ideal here on earth, fleeting moments of bliss and fulfillment provide the resilience needed to navigate life's path. To grasp enduring happiness, one must rise above the material world's confines, breaking free from the cycle of birth and death to reach elevated spiritual realms. In these transcendent spaces, existence unfolds in ways that exceed our earthly comprehension, liberated from the pain and limitations of our human experience. As eternal beings of light and energy, we often discover that our dissatisfaction springs from an excessive attachment to the material, guiding us toward the pursuit of a deeper, more fulfilling connection with the essence of life itself. The way we use our energy today can set the stage for our future well-being. Those who pursue fulfillment through selfish desires, seeking power and control, will soon discover that this fleeting happiness is like chasing shadows. It will inevitably fade away. True joy isn't found in passivity or complacency. It requires an active quest, a nurturing touch to flourish. By embracing gratitude and remaining present in our daily lives, we sow the seeds of future contentment. When misfortune knocks on our door, it may well be a reflection of our past choices. However, with newfound insights and spiritual practices, we possess the ability to reshape our reality. Gratitude holds the power to transform our perspective. Each day presents an opportunity to express our appreciation to the divine for the myriad blessings we often take for granted. People frequently come to understand the worth of their possessions only after they've slipped away. By consciously recognizing and valuing what we have, be it family, home, work, or health, we can foster a profound sense of happiness and satisfaction. Lesson 29 sheds light on the skill of asking, articulating our true desires in a straightforward yet impactful manner. Connie Mendez, in her work Metaphysics for Everyone, imparts a vital lesson. Entrust your wishes and challenges to the divine, relying on its boundless wisdom and strength to steer you toward the most favorable outcomes. First and foremost, clarity is essential. Define what you genuinely seek. Approach your request with firmness and resolve. Any wavering can shatter the flow of manifestation. The key lies in persistence and simplicity. When voicing your desires, do so in a welcoming tone. I want this in harmony with everyone, according to divine will, under grace, and in perfect ways. There's no need to repeat this request endlessly. Once you've stated it, hold it in your heart with faith. Every time your wish springs to mind, respond with gratitude. Thank you, Father, for this is already granted, and I await its arrival. Let go of any fear or doubt, for these feelings can serve as barriers to the fulfillment of your desires, stemming from a lack of belief. Approach this journey with an open heart, rather than skepticism. Curiosity alone will yield little. Instead, cultivate a sense of joyful expectation. This mindset will usher in hope and elation. Stay vigilant and attentive to the opportunities that life presents. Don't allow them to slip through your fingers unnoticed. Remember, within you resides the divine presence, a loving Father who has cherished you since the dawn of your existence. This force yearns for your happiness and knows no lack. The divine is never a source of punishment. It is an embodiment of love and understanding, ever present and supportive in your journey. In your journey of growth and development, there exists a source of support waiting for your call. However, it's essential to remember that this help is tied to the principle of free will. Your active involvement in seeking assistance is crucial. Lesson 30 centers around the concept of divine order, a vital metaphysical principle that can guide you toward harmony and assist in overcoming life's obstacles. Embracing this truth can usher in peace and balance, gradually liberating you from pain and turmoil. The consistent application of this principle acts like a compass, directing your path and enabling you to navigate through challenges effectively. So what exactly is divine order? Picture it as the seamless alignment of all circumstances with the absolute truth of the divine, an embodiment of perfection. This understanding frees us from lesser experiences, and it becomes a vital practice for anyone delving into the realms of metaphysics. Making a point to incorporate it into your daily routine can lead to profound personal transformation. When we genuinely grasp the essence of divine order, we find ourselves living in a state of tranquility and coherence, not just internally, but also in our relationships. People who embody this principle flow through life with a sense of satisfaction in their endeavors, sidestepping needless disputes and remaining unperturbed by anxieties. They manage to maintain balance, viewing life's ups and downs through a lens of resilience rather than drama. Embracing divine order signifies finding peace with those around you, be it family, friends, or colleagues. It's about enjoying robust health and steering clear of unnecessary suffering, especially when there's so much wisdom to uncover and achievements to unlock. This requires not passivity, but an active commitment, filled with decisions, courage, willpower, and purposeful actions. Often, the realization of divine order follows periods of chaos and discomfort, hard lessons that, while challenging, are essential for growth. It's a journey of correcting and realigning aspects of life that create unease. When you invoke divine order, you wield a remarkably potent expression. With genuine belief and conviction, utter the phrase, "Here is divine order." You may witness what seems to be a magical transformation as life's pieces start to fall into a coherent pattern, even amidst chaos. Should you find yourself grappling with feelings of scarcity, whether emotional, financial, or professional, calling upon divine order can be the catalyst for change you seek. This decree has the power to alleviate pain, shield someone in need, revive a stalled vehicle, or transform discord into tranquil resolutions. It's equally vital to shield your mind from negativity, decline its presence, and assert perfection in all aspects of life, as doing so aligns with the divine truth. This remarkable process is what empowers you to manifest a life filled with purpose and clarity. Manifestation involves an intricate process, one that frequently unfolds through divine timing rather than immediate results. Just as a cluttered home requires effort and patience to restore order, so too does the divine presence operate within us and our lives, demanding our active participation and intent. Take a moment to reflect on your surroundings, your living space, workplace, financial situation, health, and other facets of your life. Are these areas harmonious and reflective of your highest truths? If not, it's time to assert a bold declaration of divine order. Achieving balance may take time, especially if you've inadvertently granted power to less favorable circumstances. One of the key teachings from the German Brotherhood is the concept of liberation through divine order, a profound blessing that we can attain by embracing our truth today. There's no reason to delay. Every individual, no matter their position or status, is interconnected within the grand tapestry of universal harmony. However, misusing our life energy or free will can lead to significant suffering. Yet remember, when we demand and affirm divine order, it invariably unfolds in our favor. The revered Master, the Prince of Divine Order, is an ascended being residing in the higher realms of light. You can call upon his guidance whenever you face obstacles that require these essential qualities. Furthermore, the world yearns for divine order, and our requests for ourselves should extend to all of humanity as well. The magic of success lies in decreeing divine order not only for ourselves, but also for others. Remember to focus on maintaining peace. Dwelling on the faults of others only breeds anxiety and chaos. By fostering an environment of tranquility, we can encourage the dissolution of disorder, welcoming in the harmony we deeply desire.